Alright. Hey, what's up guys? Chelsea, welcome back to Fate Grand Order, Heian-Kyo. Last time we ended up getting an alert from, yeah, that thing. It's like, hey, Singularity popped up, and we're like, oh, cool, oh, that's dope, awesome, love singularities, so they're the best. And then we ended up trying to come here with not just Mash, but also Fuma and Donzo. Unfortunately, we got separated from Mash and Fuma Kotaro, and now we were about to be killed by Watanabe no Suna because he thought we were part of their Imperial Holy Grail War they have going on. Then Kintoki saved us, and it was a whole thing. But now I assume we're gonna get our explanation for what exactly this Imperial Holy Grail War is, given it's literally the title of this section. I would hope. AP6, same Maridake Gogeta. But yeah, so let's get into it. Start a quest. Imperial Grail War. I'm sure that has nothing to do with Limbo at all. I'm sure it's not a setup by him. It definitely is. But hey, who knows? A chance like this becomes once in a lifetime. This astounding ritual devised by the great Lord Abe no Seimei is without peer in all of history. Its name, the Imperial Holy Grail. Oh, is he using Abe's name again? Because didn't he do that in Shimausa? Didn't he introduce himself as Abe no Seimei initially? Trying to trick people. Its name, the Imperial Holy Grail War. By your grace, O Fujiwara no Michinaga, Minister of the Left, with my own Onmyo techniques and the assistance of the Onmyo Bureau, this ritual can begin today. 7 caster here. Okay, so it is all casters. That's okay. Caster heroic spirits will be summoned here from distant lands. Interesting. Where 7 of our fair city's fiercest warriors shall be chosen as these casters' masters. All you have to do, Lord Fujiwara no Michinaga, is promise the servant and master pair to emerge victorious will be showered with riches and granted any wish their heart's desire. And all 7 teams will fight without restraint or hesitation. And that's not even the best part. By sacrificing the casters' lives, the city of Kyo's defenses will be strengthened 100-fold, leading to 1,000 years of peace and prosperity. Truly an astounding feat. Truly a miraculous prospect. Sounds too good to be true. It is all right here in Lord Seimei's letter. As I said before, O Minister of the Left, a chance like this comes but once in a lifetime. Right, yeah. I was not expecting him to have a unique sprite. I thought he'd have like a default sprite, but okay, alright, good for you, man. You're not completely irrelevant. Good for you. I see. And you say the only lives that will be sacrificed will be these casters from foreign lands. Indeed. The idea of sacrificing the lives of the capital's guardians for a mere ritual would be the height of folly. But if only the lives of distant foreigners are at stake, that is no matter for concern at all. In that case, the Imperial Holy Grail War must begin at once. Consider this the word of the Emperor himself. My Heian-Kyo will be known for generations as the 1,000-year capital. Yeah, we'll see about that. And that is what happened just a few days ago. It is said Fujiwara no Michinaga appeared to be in cruelly high spirits. A Holy Grail War? Yes! Watanabe didn't mention it twice for no reason. That's what I heard. Wait, you know what a Holy Grail War is? I should have known. Why is that? I'm afraid I don't understand either. But at least Lord Kintoki seems convinced. Whoa, so your wounds are all closed up already. That's amazing. I simply used my self-repair function. Of course, Master's healing spells were a great help as well. Okay. My, phone is lagging. You're still not at 100% though, are you? Try to take it easy for a while, you hear? Damn it, I dialed in his more, like, calmed accent yesterday towards the end, but I lost it. Now it's, like, not even close to, yeah. Right, thank you. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, the Imperial Holy Grail War. It's been about 7 days or so since the Imperial Palace started this ritual thing in secret, and so far, 2 of the 7 heroic spirits summoned here have been killed. Not only that, their masters were the other 2 members of the 4 Heavenly Kings. Huh. Okay. You mean Gatekeeper Usui Sadamitsu and Inspector Urabe no Suitake? Damn, you really know your stuff, don't you? Yep, it was Brother Usui and Uncle Urabe. Anyway, not only did they lose their heroic spirits, they got pretty banged up themselves. Doc said they'll be fine, but they'll need some Arima hot spring therapy for a while. Anyway, Master managed to kill those 2 heroic spirits with his brother Suna. He went after his own people's servants first. I mean, I guess if you know where they're at, they're easier to hunt down, rather than, yeah. I guess it's fair. Watanabe no Suna. Yeah, that's right. Suna's about as strong as they come. Even our boss, Lady Raiko, the current leader of the Genji, said he was the single most powerful warrior in the entire human world. Of course, that hasn't stopped him from claiming the only opponents he's comfortable with are monsters and such. The most powerful warrior in the human world. Yeah, well... who else would have been around in the 1000 AD period? Like between like 1000 and like 1020. I don't remember. But I'm sure there's someone out there who could be a match for him, if not outright beat him. Artoria was from a bit earlier, I think, right? Artoria was 800 or 600 AD? I don't remember actually. 5th, 6th century. Okay. Yeah. I'm like for some like 400, 500. Okay. Who would have been from around the 1000 to 1020 range? I don't know. Things might be a little different when you start including non-humans, but even so, there's a reason Raiko said that. I mean, you saw him for yourselves, right? Yes. He's incredibly strong, yeah. The way things are going now, Suna's the clear favorite to win the whole Imperial Holy Grail War. Master. The chapter never reveals the identities of the 2 fallen casters. Yeah, sure, if it's not mentioned here, then yeah. If I had to guess, maybe, let's see what casters are in the game at this point. Maybe Nito and I doubt Gilles would have been summoned here, but maybe? Or like Nito and... I'm blanking on casters. Oh, Helena, duh. Oh, I mean, that makes sense. And Count Cagliostro. Interesting, isn't Cagliostro a pretender? Like the one you can summon, isn't he? Or maybe I'm crazy. I could have sworn that the one you're able to pull for is a pretender. I think? I'm not sure. Yeah, this Holy Grail War has to be Limbo's trap. I agree, after all. Well, it could be that this Imperial Holy Grail War is simply a variant of the traditional Holy Grail War. It is odd that there was no mention whatsoever of the Holy Grail in question. True. That is far too big an error to merely be an oversight. So the much more likely explanation is that this is Limbo's trap. Limbo? What's that? Oh yes, allow me to explain. Caster of Limbo, also known as the alter ego Limbo, is an irredeemably evil monk that... He's gonna be like, what the fuck? Now I gotcha. And you two are trying to nail this creep to the wall, huh? That's right. We suspect Limbo's true name is Ashia Domin, the Onmyoji. You don't say. The details of Domin's death have never been made clear in human history. So it's entirely possible that he could still be alive in 1008, the 5th year of Konko. We do not yet know what connection, if any, Limbo may have to the living, breathing Domin, but this Grail War itself would almost certainly be his work, no? But wasn't no... Well, that's what they said. But again, he has a history of using Abe's name. Yeah, that's right. Lord Sim is the guy who originally came up with this Imperial Holy Grail War thing. But there's some room for doubt on that. Is there now? In our circles, it's generally believed that Lord Seimei passed away in the 2nd year of Konko, but... Huh, is that so? Yeah, Lord Seimei might look young, but he's actually pretty old. There's been rumors for a long time that he's actually the 2nd or even 3rd to bear the name, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if that got passed down to future generations. But anyway, I think it was about a month ago when Lord Seimei disappeared to who knows where. We only learned about this Imperial Holy Grail War from a letter he sent. Almost like he was kidnapped and... Yeah, That does sound suspicious. Right? Boss Racco tried to tell the Minister of the Left that we shouldn't be so quick to trust something we know nothing about. But that rat bastard... I mean, his Imperial Magistrate... just laughed and said a few foreign casters' lives for a small price to pay for 1,000 years of peace. And that ain't all. The guy who's basically running the whole O'Neill Bureau in Lord Seimei's absence is Lord Ashia Domin. That's... Yeah, highly suspicious. Crazy suspicious? Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, part of that's because of what you told me about this Limbo guy, but it's also because, well, Lord Doman's always been something of a schemer. Well, I guess you could say the same about the Minister of the Left and Lord Seimei, too. I see. Sure are a lot of schemers here, it sounds like. Yeah. Anyway. Well, as far as I know, the city's a hotbed of all the worst kind of stuff. Conspiracies, assassinations, curses, you name it. Sure, we ain't never had anything as outright crazy as this Imperial Holy Grail War before, but I've heard stories about plenty of other kinds of spells, good and bad alike. Good people, evil people, they all die by the cartload here. Take just a few steps off the main roads and you're about guaranteed to run into monsters. Or Oni, or Shichigumo. And then there's all the manners and bando rebels out in Awesome Province, don't give a flying fig about Kyo's authority. So yeah, let's just say that us Heian warriors have got our work cut out for us. Trust me, the city's way scarier than anything I saw on the mountain where I grew up. That might be what this all boils down to, really. Whole reason the Minister of the Left decided to pin all his hopes on this Imperial Holy Grail War to provide Kyo with 1,000 years of peace. Might be because there ain't no other chance of peace otherwise. Wish, huh? I guess one thing all the masters taking part in this Imperial Holy Grail War have in common is that they all got some kind of wish they want granted. Lord Kintoki? Why did you put down your axe? What are you doing with your glove? Does he have... He does have a... Okay, interesting. But he doesn't have a servant with him. Maybe he hasn't summoned one yet? Command spells? Oh yeah, that's what these golden red marks are called, ain't it? Yep, as it turns out, I'm actually one of the Imperial Holy Grail War Masters myself. So you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking you might just be my servant. But we're not... That's not how this... We came here of our own accord. We didn't get... Is this just their attempt to try and give a reason as to why... Kintoki hasn't actually summoned a... No, that'd be dumb. That'd be a stretch. I was saying maybe is this the reason they're gonna give as to why he doesn't have his own actual servant yet? But no, that'd be ridiculous. That they wouldn't stretch things that far, right, to make it work. Surely they wouldn't. I think he might just be my servant, Ritsuka. I don't think so, but hey, who knows? Maybe. it could happen, I guess. Ooh, what's that? Ah, how pleasant. How very pleasant indeed that one's plan goes so swimmingly. A ritual that cannot possibly exist in any hypothetical version of human history. The impossible Imperial Holy Grail War. Indeed, this represents the culmination of all the independent research I conducted as a disciple of the foreign god. So I do so hope you enjoy the pseudo-parallel world I have created, including all the many personal touches I've added to better suit my tastes. My dear Chaldeans, when all is said and done, the last laugh shall be mine. So please do enjoy what I have in store for you, right to the very end. Yeah, okay, you creepo. That was the whole... Okay. That was the whole note, apparently. Right, sure. Makes sense. Oh, why am I on here? What the... There we go. That's better. Yeah, sure, I'll leave this as is. That's alright. Gotcha. Guess I had it all wrong then. Yeah. I wish I knew what to say. Don't worry about it. My fault for getting my own hopes up. I mean, it's still disappointing, but I'll get over it. So you're not a servant after all, huh? Instead, the servant's this lady, and she's more of a scout than a spellcaster. I don't get it. You do not? Oh. I suppose I just assumed you understood the situation based on what Lord Suna said earlier. Oh. So that's why I soon let you guys go. I thought it was weird for him to give up on a target like that. Now I gotcha. It's all because you want the quarrel he was looking for in the first place. That explains... a lot? Does it? Alright, hang on. If you two don't have anything to do with the Imperial Holy Grail War, then what in the world are you? I guess we're gonna give him the whole rundown. Alright. The prudent theoretical phenomenon, lost belts, ray shifting, and singularities, huh? And basically you guys are guests from way in the future. Like tomorrow's tomorrow. Well, a long ways past that, really. A little bit, like a little over 1,000 years. But then you don't worry about it too much. Man, this stuff's hard to wrap your head around. That's okay, I believe you. And as far as I can tell, you guys ain't the lion type. Besides, it looks like I was still right about something. You are lost, aren't you? Yeah, kinda. So you're looking for a way to get home, and you want to find your friends you got separated from, huh? Now we're talking. Don't worry, I'll have you back home in a flash. Well, I guess it might not be that easy, but the point is, don't worry. Whatever it takes to get you back to this Chaldea place, I'll figure it out. I'll get you home safe and sound. You have my word. Well, us getting home safe and sound requires us to, defeat this Ashia Doman. Or the fake one, at least. Who, the real one's probably... I mean, not fake, but the servant one's probably working with the living one? Or maybe the fake one, or not fake, but the servant one is... Maybe killed the alive one who in this scenario would no longer be alive and took his place. Something like that. Yeah, my word. Of course, that goes for you too, servant lady. Thank you for your help. I'm deeply grateful for your kindness. Don't worry about it. Everyone needs help sometimes, right? Besides, it's not like I got anywhere to go either. What do you mean? You're one of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings, are you not? And during this time period, Lady Minamoto no Raiko was charged by Minister of the Left, Fujiwara no Michinaga, with the task of keeping the city of Kyo safe. So it's one of her most prized retainers. Surely you must also have a house or two of your own. Or perhaps Lady Raiko's put you up in her own house. Well, how can I put this? It's complicated. Yeah, I'm part of the Genji clan and one of the 4 Heavenly Kings. But I've got my reasons for wanting to keep my distance from Raiko right now. Basically, I guess you could say I kinda ran away. You know what? If she's anything like her servant self, which she probably is, I don't really blame you too much. Yeah, not that much, at least. Well, nothing we can do in that case. Haha, I'm glad you understand. Sorry about that. Wish I had a place you could stay. But the only places that'd put you up on my say-so are ones that tie us to the Genji clan. Which means Brother Suna could show up there at any time, so that obviously ain't gonna work. I've been staying out of his way alright for the past few days, but now that he says he's gonna take a look at my hand the next time he sees me, well... sorry, my fault. Hey now, what are you apologizing for? You were in a bind, so I helped you, nothing else to it. These command spell marks on my hand ain't got nothing to do with you. I mean... I'm sure Suna he would try to avoid killing you and would instead try to kill your servant, who you don't have yet, but I owe you for helping me. I have to pay you back. So I mean, I don't think, if your servant wasn't around, I don't think he would do anything to you, I would hope. So that's how it is, huh? I like it. Alright then, you officially owe me a favor. You know, I'm okay with that kind of hard-headedness. Hell, I even find it endearing. Good thing too, since I'm pretty hard-headed myself. Haha. Yeah, we know. We're aware. An ox-drawn carriage at this hour. Must be some court noble on the way back home from a poetry reading or something. Come here, you two. Over this way so don't get in the way. Right. Yeah, definitely a noble for sure. The ox cart just stopped in front of us. What is... Well now, this is a surprise. Do tell what a tall, handsome man, a young girl in strange clothing, and a beautiful black-haired woman all doing out here in the dead of night. Are you perhaps looking for a place to stay? Oh, it's a woman. Whoops. Thank you for your concern, Mr. Noble, but you don't have to worry about us. We're part of the Genji clan, keeping Kyo safe and outside duty. I see. The Genji clan, is it? Why so formal, Kaidomaru? Come on, get that stick out of your ass. Oh god, is it Raiko? Oh. Okay, not what I was expecting to pop out, but alright. Okay, say. Like, I knew she was in this because her second interlude requires Heian-Kyo completed, so I already knew she was here, but not how I was expecting to meet her.
Go on, let your hair down. Not like we don't already know each other. So what's going on? If you need help, Kyoko, might just be able to provide it.
Whoa. Say Shonaga. Kyoko. It's you.
Long time no see, Blondie. So what are you doing out here at this time of night, anyway? You looking for someone to help keep your bed warm or something?
No.
I guess it has been a while, hasn't it?
What was that about my bed? Was that more your mainland poetry? I don't get it.
Mwahaha! Don't worry about it. I was just saying the first thing that came to mind.
Are you...
Hey now, cut that out. Hasn't anyone ever taught you it's rude to stare?
That's Sei Shonagon, right? Kintoki almost said as much. Yes, it is. Sei Shonagon made a name for herself as a poet during the Heian period. It said she served the wife of Emperor Ichijo, Empress Fujiwara no Teishi.
Man, that takes me back. I haven't heard those names in a long time. Wait, hang on. Have we met before? Maybe back when I was still in the palace? Nah, that can't be it. You'd have still been a little kid back then.
Yeah, you don't really look all that old either there, But yeah, sure, Really? I wonder how old she actually is then. Well, there, Ritsuka. That's two things you should never discuss with Sei Kyoko. Her age and her name. She's put a lot of work into making herself look young, you see. Her real age is...
Wahaha! Say...
Yeah, you almost spilled the beans! Ow. Lord Kintoki, could you please tell us how you came to know this lady? Let me see. Well, I can't say exactly which family she's from, but Kyoko here is a genuine noble. I know you two might not have any business with the palace right now, but if you're gonna be staying around the city, it won't hurt to take the chance to introduce yourselves. As for me, well, back when I was a kid, I just couldn't get used to life in the big city. Let's just say she helped me out of a few jams.
Yep, that about sums it up. I know I might not look like it, but I actually love helping people out.
I see. According to the stories told in the Edo period, Lord Kintoki was born several years before Lady Sei Shonagon. Interesting. But in reality it seems Lady Seishonagon was actually the older of the two. Of course, this would hardly be the first time a heroic spirit didn't exactly line up with their real-life counterpart. I mean, in my case, I'm a puppet, so...
Anyway, what's going on tonight? Oh, does it have anything to do with Lord Michinaga's latest scheme?
As if that narrowed it down, considering how many schemes he's always got going on. Nah, I just ran away from home and I'm still running.
I see. Did something happen back at the main Genji house? Or maybe Lord Mitsunaka demanded Lady Raiko give up her leadership position? If it's going down how I think it's going down, then Lord Mitsunaka's being a real piece of work. My bet is he wants Lady Raiko to give up leadership while keeping her in charge of fighting and stuff, so he can declare one of his other kids leader and force her to form a branch clan entirely.
What's the main house got to do with me running away? Nah, it's just my own little screw up. I guess I could have left the city altogether, but there's reasons I need to stick around. So I was just trying to think of a place where we could take shelter for the night.
I see. So you need a place that'd be brave enough to take in these strange visitors, or 3 strange visitors in the middle of the night, huh? Lucky for you, I know just the place.
Kintoki, she's obviously referring to her place. Whoa, you do?
I sure do.
Oh, no, never mind. I guess... I guess... Okay, I guess not.
I'd invite you guys to stay at my place, but 3 new guests all at once would be a little much for a semi-retired woman like me. Now, come on, follow me. Let's get moving again, driver.
Yes, ma'am. Hey. You get in the carriage with Kyoko, Danzo. Don't want you tripping in the dark and making your injuries worse.
Thank you. I'll stay by Master's side.
It's okay, Danzo. You should ride in the carriage.
But what about...
It's okay. Get rest.
Understood. Thank you.
Well, looks like you and me are walking then, Ritsuka.
Man, this sure was a heck of a coincidence running into you guys out here like this. Lucky I did too. These days, not even the main roads are completely safe. Sure can't hurt to have a warrior of Genji around, just in case.
I see. Speaking of Seishonagon and the Genji, I believe her brother, Lord Kiyohara no Munanobu, eventually loses his life to someone from the Genji family. Not Kintoki, right? That'd be awkward. Not that I can say anything about that now.
The main roads are usually pretty safe, but things have been weird even on them the last few days.
Last few days, huh? Whoa there. Looks like Kyoko is telling the truth. Ritsuka.
Yeah, we'll handle it.
There's something dead ahead. I see him. Don't worry, Danzo, you stay put. Me and Ritsuka can handle them ourselves. I think you mean you can handle them. Alright, let's do this. But I mean, I guess, in a sense... Because we are able to use our mystic codes on people that aren't our servants, right? I'd assume. So I guess... we could buff him, technically. So I mean, I guess we would be a proactive participant in a way.
さて、カウンティングオーバー。了解。
待ちわびていました。
打ち込む。
ミストルティ。
Why do enemies in the singularity have to have so much HP?
浅い。
Like, just let us kill you, god dang it.
了解。
お呼びですか？
ご要望とあらば。ワンツー。
モルデュール。
切り込む。
Teresa's pill book of the time. Here are a few quotes in the book. Men really have strange emotions and maybe in the most bizarre ways. Sometimes a man will leave a very pretty woman to marry an ugly one. Damn, say. I don't understand how a man can possibly love a girl whom other people, even those are for. Jesus. Did she get dumped for someone she thought was uglier than her and just decided to take it out on? Damn. Sometimes one really dislikes a person for no particular reason and that person goes and does something. Yeah. I mean, that one's reasonable, but the first two are like, damn. Hey, Beowulf. Yeah, we'll throw.
強化完了。理想なエネルギー補給です。
As its buffs
望むと
on.
ころだ。
お呼びですか？
おや行くかい？
I'm hoping Castoria will crit and kill the front one. 29,000 HP.
ゲートオブア
She
バレ
should.
悪いね。
Oh. I was hoping for Merlin to get damage on Dark Priest, but I guess not.
フラガラクフラガラク
Unfortunate.
心に残る旋律を。聖剣ばかりではありません。炎より激しく。
Let us try to nuke the Dark Priest from orbit.
はい。
Hopefully.
最果ての幼いあなたへ。あなたを信じて、あなたを見上げて。今も私は走っています。
Yeah, she definitely used Twitter for probably. I thought Live Journal would be more speed. I've heard of Live Journal, but I've never used it. I don't know what it's like there. But those quotes definitely seemed very Twitter-esque.
オーケー。
ミストル
Or at least part of Twitter. Maybe not all of Twitter, but part of Twitter for sure.
まだまだいけますので、引き続きお声掛けを。
Or certain Reddits as well. Okay, oh god, more enemies. See, is it gonna be one we get straight into? Probably. I'll keep bringing this Merlin along. I feel like it's a pretty safe bet. Nothing ever goes wrong with Merlin around. Except for when it does. But that's neither here nor there. Not bad, not bad. Actually, that's pretty bad, actually. Hang on. Yeah, my only counter for the sabers is Castoria, really. That's
リ
fine.
ラックスリラックス。
Probably.
いただきます。ごちそうさま。了解。どうします。
おや行くかい？
ワッツン。ああ、フィニッシュ。
切り込む。
Damn.
おっと。
Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll swap Ibuki for Castoria. Not the greatest chance.
待ちわびていました。
I know using Merlin would be the smarter play than Bazit, but I want the red, blue, green, or red, green, blue.
はい。
モルデュール。
安 暗殺英圧イングズ
Plus with a crit, it doesn't do that bad of damage. Could have done worse. Alright.
炎より激しくおよ的確かとゲート・オブ・アバロン
She's not gonna kill this one, is she?
そこですね
No, there's no way. Oh, that was so close though.
浅い浅い
Ah,
浅い
so close yet so far. So far away.
ご要望とあらば
はい
悪いね
Ah well, that's alright.
そこですね
ワンツー浅い
Damn, leave Bassett alone, Mr. Warrior. What's she do? We're about to get
街は的確
heavy attacked.
目を引き
That's
ま
not
しょ
gonna feel great.
うゲート・オブ・アバロン
That's not gonna feel great at
切り
all.
込む
Hit Merlin, please. Thank you.
おっと
Asking ye shall
的
receive.
確かと待ちわびていました
行くかい
モル
Any
ビー
crits? Any crits?
こちらです
Crits?
切り込む
Okay.
浅い
I guess not. No crits for me, apparently.
お呼びで
おや
的確かとゲ
行くかい
ート・オブ・アバロン
Maybe I should start tailoring all my teams to each individual fight, but that sounds so time consuming. Oh good, this thing's a assassin. I was afraid the boss would be a saber and then we'd have a problem, but
強化完了
thankfully
いただきますごちそうさま
not.
さてカウンティングオーバー
心に残る旋律を
Alright, well, hope we'll
工
Camelot.
具展開
後より出て先に立つもの
待ちわびていました
Guaranteed crit.
黒金の城神域の技円卓は空席なれど清掃にほころびはなく楽園から離れようとグゼの童話は今も確かに
Might kill it this turn? Maybe.
アンサー
ミストルテン
Oh yeah.
フラガラク切り札はこ
You
ちら
know
の
what?
先
It
だ
used skills, but it was skills that targeted Bazet, so it still worked. Thank goodness. Oh, mother. Mother, 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 mother. There, that's the last of them. Nice job, Mr. Muscles. Thanks, you too. Anyone hurt? No? Great. These kinds of battles don't bother me at all, but... Is there something else that's bothering you? Well, just... I'm a little unsure about what to do. Oh. I mean, that's normal. Everyone's a bit unsure about what they want to do with their lives at some point or another. You're not alone, Kituki. I swear you're not alone.
Okay, we're here.
What is this place?
Never heard of the tale of Genji. It's all the rage and kill right now. Well, its author, Murasaki Shikibu, lives here.
Oh. Oh yeah, she's from this time too, isn't she? Is Lady Murasaki a friend of yours, Lady Kyoko?
Nah, I've never met her.
So you're just gonna dump us on someone you've never met? Sounds like a great idea. You haven't.
But I'd bet anything she's like the graceful noblewoman's noblewoman. So I'm sure she's the type of girl who'd never abandon anybody in trouble. come on, she's gotta be too old to be called a girl by now, right? Say.
Stop talking about age, Kituki.
Ow. Anyway, the point is, we've arrived at Murasaki Shikibu's house. She's a lady in waiting for Empress Shoshi, so when she's not writing stories, she works at the palace.
I don't know if I'd feel right asking someone we've never met before to put us up for the night. Yeah, it'd be a bit awkward.
In that case, just tell her that Kusa
No Iori sends her regards.
I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm positive. wait. No. You changed it up, but you initially started with, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
I'm positive she'll know what that means. Ha ha ha. Alright, my house is over there. So this is where we part. Where we part. See you guys some other time.
Bye, Kyoko. Thanks for the help.
Wait.
We just ran into some monsters not too long ago. Is it not dangerous to travel along the main road at night with only a bare minimum of attendance?
Not necessarily. Noble carriages like that always have several Shikigami with them. They might not be able to handle Tsuchigumo, but those are kept out by the Bounded Field Dionmyo Bureau set up around the main roads anyway. But the carriage Shikigami can handle any smaller monsters that come around no problem.
Wow, I didn't know Heian security was so thorough.
Personally, I just assume not to have to depend on any Onmyoji for help. But times being what they are, I can't afford to be picky.
Yeah, true.
Shikigami. Then why did you and Master defeat those monsters we encountered earlier?
Oh, right? Well, I was sort of just giving Kyoko a show to thank her for her help.
And I totally enjoyed it. But that doesn't mean you should take too many risks out there, okay? Because if there's one thing I hate, it's people dying young from a little mischief that got out of hand. Alright, I'm really going now. Good night!
Good night. Alright, okay, let's go ask this Lady Murasaki here to put us up. Again, I don't know how I feel about just asking a random... Okay. She looks so put out. Like, what?
I'm sorry.
I do beg your pardon, but yeah, no, if I was her, I would shut the door in our face. Like, what the fuck are you on? Get out of my house. Go away.
I'm afraid I just don't understand what this is all about.
For starters, who in the world is this Kyoko person you mentioned? I recognize you as Lord Sakata Kintoki of the Genji family, of course.
I've seen you around Lord Michinaga's mansion a number of times.
That's me. And here I thought we were meeting each other for the first time. Sorry for not recognizing you from the minister of the left's place.
Oh no, it's quite alright. I mean, what is it that brings you to my house at this hour of the night, Lord Kintoki?
Did I make a terrible mistake at the palace or something? No, you're fine. In retrospect, we probably should have expected she'd respond like that. Yeah, probably.
I agree, Lady Ritsuka.
Do forgive us for intruding so late.
Don't worry, Lady Murasaki. You didn't do anything wrong. I only use that name when I'm writing, so...
Please just call me Karuko.
Oh? Okay, got it. Anyway, don't worry. I know Brother Suna likes to play up being an officer, but that ain't my thing. We ain't here to bring you in for any wrongdoing at all. Actually, we kinda need your help. Huh?
Gasp of realization. Come to think of it, Lord Watanabe no Suna did appear to be dressed like a police officer.
And yet, as far as my records show, there's no mention of him ever actually serving as such.
Really?
So that's how things are in the future? You don't have exact records of anything and everything, eh? See, Suna's not exactly a typical proper officer. When he was first ordered to protect the city,
He said it was only right for him to learn how to be an officer too. He went to the bureau on his own and asked them to make him one. He's nothing if not responsible, that's for sure.
Huh? Records, Lord Suna?
Karuko?
Yes?
Kusa no Yori said to give you her regards.
Kusano Iori?
That bitch! Kusa no Yori?
Then that must mean... I see.
Lady Sei Shonagon sent that message, did she?
Even though I've never met her in the palace or even so much as spoken to her. I see.
Very well, I suppose it would be rude of me to turn away guests on such a cold night.
Alright, I'll have a room made up for you.
Well, 2 rooms, since you have 2 women accompanying.
Oh, no, it's quite alright. Please pay us no mind. It is best for us if we stay together regardless of the hour.
Oh my god. She's gonna thank, one very powerful and handsome man and 2 young women. I can already tell where Karuko is gonna assume this is going.
So I'd ask that you let us all share a room if that is alright.
You're fine with that, right, Kintoki? Huh? Yeah, I guess so. That probably is for the best, given the circumstances.
I see. Very well, I'll convey your wishes to the servants.
Are you truly certain about this?
We are. Please pay no mind. I see. Very well then.
You're very, open-minded, aren't you? And free-spirited, judging from your manner of dress. Yeah, she's, I guess at this time period, how Donzo's dressed would be very, risque.
It's good to finally take a load off. I'll have to make this up to Kyoko somehow. And to Lady Karuko, of course. Master, Lady Ritsuka. We have been fighting a great deal from the moment we reshifted here, so please get some rest. I will focus on doing the same.
You'd better. I don't want you pushing yourself anymore until you're recovered.
You're too kind, Master. Rest assured I'll be back to peak condition by tomorrow morning.
And most importantly, we can finally begin following our original itinerary. Well, the servants even laid out Shitone for us. That's real considerate of them.
Shitone? That's the kind of mat used for sleeping, correct?
And then they gave us hot water, too. This is a real nice change of pace after several days spent camping out. Plus, if I'd stayed out there, it'd probably just be a matter of time till Raiko found me and gave me a good scolding. I can almost hear her telling me, you're no longer on the mountain where you grew up, Kituki. Makes me nervous just thinking about it. I was kinda hoping we could get Raiko to help us, too. Get Raiko to help us, huh? True, Raiko would definitely be willing to believe all the crazy stuff you've told me. She's a lot more open-minded than most warriors, that's for sure. But, now's not a good time. See, Boss Raiko hasn't really been herself lately. She's been holding up in her house since the Imperial Holy Grail War started. She's definitely one of the masters, for sure. And she didn't even come out when she heard that both Brother Usui and Uncle Urabe had been injured. I don't know if she's just broken up about the idea of her fellow Genji fighting among themselves, or if she's one of the masters too. That's definitely the case.
Senpai!
Master.
Foe!
Ah! What the? Are those ghosts? No way, that ain't it. Aha, I think I've seen this kind of thing somewhere before. Is some kind of sorcery or Omeo spell of yours? Something like that. You mean someone developed a method of video transmission even in the Heian period? But never mind that now. Master, in accordance with our original plan, I've activated my full functionality. And I have just succeeded at establishing contact with Novum Chaldea. Way to go, Donzo! You're too kind, Master. Novum Chaldea. So this must be that place way off beyond tomorrow's tomorrow. Damn, this is really something. I hope the other him is in the room with Mash and Fuma. I beg. Damn, it's really something.
Good, the video connection's holding steady too. I can see you, Donzo, and... Oh, is that... the Sakata Kintuki of Heian-Kyo?
Thank goodness you're both okay. And I see you've already managed to secure help from one of the locals. Does this mean you two weren't able to race shift here then? Yeah, it would seem as much.
I'm afraid so.
That's correct, Master. Did something interfere with the race shift? We believe so. And Lady Shion's calculations say that's the most likely explanation as well. Both Lady Mash and I were unable to race shift there, and instead were left behind here at Novum Chaldea. We quickly tried to race shift again, of course, but it failed in the same way.
It appears to be an advanced jamming method that bypasses every anti-interference safeguard we have in place. Oh, we're looking into a way around it, but we still have yet to come up with anything. I'm so sorry, Master.
It's nothing you need to apologize for. Damn you, Limbo.
I'm glad to see you're safe, but the situation isn't great. The reason you and Kato Danzo were the only two to race shift there successfully is that whoever was interfering with it considers you two special cases. In other words, you're basically welcome guests. I see. So nobody besides us is welcome here. But who could be the one inviting us? I'm sorry, that was foolish of me.
This is Limbo written all over it. Why wouldn't he want Fuma here, though? It's just the interesting thing. Because... well, again, when Shion touched the Paper Moon, she even said that Fuma was... it seemed Fuma was also invited, but...
Yes, I agree. That is almost certainly the case.
Sorry to butt in, but there's a lot of things I'm not getting here. And one thing I want to make sure of. So the companions you guys thought you came here with are back at this Chaldea place, yeah? That right? Yeah. Got it. That's great news. This means we don't have to run around searching Kyo for them. Right? Yeah? I guess? Yeah?
Yes, that's true.
I feel as though we may be saying the same thing in different ways, but yes, this does mean we have achieved one of our goals, though without acting.
Actually make that too, since I've managed to find a local willing to help us.
And that just leaves investigating and repairing the singularity.
Right.
That puts us in a much better spot now than we were in right after our race shift. Yeah, and it happened in just 3 sections, can you believe it?
Indeed it does. Now we can finally begin the operation in earnest.
There you go, that's a spirit. What? Start choking from having your back slapped. Get knocked to the floor.
Are you okay, Senpai? Kintuki, do you think you could pull your slaps a little more next time?
Oh, sure. Sorry about that. So, hey, you there, the tiny pretty one. What's your deal? You're not just an ordinary kid, right? I'm sensing something powerful from you. You known Miyoji, a sage, maybe some kind of Tengu? Not that I know if they even got those in your time.
Was the tiny part really necessary? Oh well, I can roll with it. I can't deny that I look pretty young in this form. Anyway, I'm Leonardo da Vinci, friend of Ritsuka's and unparalleled genius.
Damn. So you're an honest-to-goodness prodigy, huh? That's real impressive. I'm Sakata Kintuki, Genji Warrior. Nice to meet ya.
And I'm Sherlock Holmes, It's a pleasure, Sakata Kintuki.
Oh? Looks like we got yet another new guy here. And there's something about this one that reminds me of Lord Seimei. Man, Chaldia must be a hell of a place.
Oh yeah, you have no idea. Damn, is the other him not gonna make an appearance in the video? Come on, put Golden himself on the mic.
Come on, do it.
Alright, here's the situation as we understand it. We believe that both Ritsuka and Kaidoranzo were explicitly invited to the city of Heian-Kyo in the year 1008. Invited by whom, you may ask? Limbo, naturally. What was an unfortunate surprise to learn that Mash Kirillite and Fumakotaro were unable to accompany you on your race shift. Everything else has unfolded just as we predicted. Limbo has gone out of his way to create a new singularity, a black mark in human history. His targets are almost certainly you, Ritsuka, for having been an obstruction to his plans so many times, and Kaidoranzo, with whom he has history of sorts. I doubt his plan here is to achieve final victory. Rather, his goal is likely to simply be toying with you on his home ground. Nothing more. Now that he has cut you off from any aid, and seems focused on boxing you both in on all sides, he has clearly forgone any pretense of strategy in favor of indulging his proclivities, foul and steeped in death and pain as they are. And that is all there's to say. I suspected he may have someone helping him before you two race shifted here. But I am at this stage absolutely certain no such collaborator exists. Limbo is the one behind this, and he isn't acting entirely on his own. I hope you're right. Are you still not quite recovered, Holmes? Yeah, that's a quick conclusion. I may not be back at 100% just yet, but for something this obvious, I assure you I'm more than equal to the task. I mean, it doesn't get more obvious than the bad guy outright signing their work. I gotta tell you, I was not expecting to see a bunch of letters in the logs from Ash and Kotaro's failed race shifts. Letters? Oh, that's right, the letters. B-O-U-M-A-N. Buffo! Very subtle, Doman.
So what, this guy put his name in as some kind of message?
Indeed. This is clearly Doman telling us he is the one behind all this.
That's supposed to be some kind of joke, it ain't funny. So basically, whoever this guy is, Limbo or Lord Ashi or Doman or whoever, he's outright daring you guys to come after him. Guy's gotta be a real piece of work to straight up sign his name like that.
Yeah,
no, he's a bit of a
crab cake. Indeed. That said, I still don't understand. If Limbo's goal is to seek revenge on us, then what is the point of this Imperial Holy Grail War ritual? An Imperial Holy Grail War? I've not heard that term before. Tell us everything you know.
Yeah, so what happened was...
Really? So the only servants being summoned are casters? That's certainly a decision. It sounds like he's taken the whole Holy Grail War concept of summoning heroic spirits and downsized it or something. But if he did it like that, then his Holy Grail's capacity for granting wishes couldn't possibly be... very huge? Omnipotent? No, it certainly couldn't. Which means the part about the winner having a wish granted must be a lie. In which case, what if the Grail were restricted to a single function only? I think that could work. The idea of using heroic spirit souls as an incredible source of magical energy has been around since long before Holy Grail Wars were even a thing. If you just wanted to use them as a power source for a single goal, it wouldn't matter how imbalanced that source ended up being. I think, yeah, it could definitely work. What if our resident Uomo Universale says it would work? I, for one, am inclined to believe her. Then if we assume that this Imperial Holy Grail War is designed with a single purpose in mind, the next question to ask would quite naturally be, what is that purpose? Personally, I suspect it is to transform the very world itself. Do you mean... Isn't to change the world in whatever way the Wisher desires?
Is there a particular reason you believe that?
Naturally. Think back to the events of Shimusa. A great ritual was held there that involved the deaths of countless human souls and several heroic spirits. And as a result, Shimusa became a pseudo-parallel world of sorts. A pseudo-lost belt, if you will.
True.
That's true. According to our records, Shimusa's own Riedo Castle was functionally equivalent to a lost belt tree of emptiness. You could even call it a pseudo-tree of emptiness. So maybe Limbo's planning to use this Imperial Holy Grail War as a means to create something similar? So he can make Heian-Kyo into a lost bell? But why would he want to do that? Perhaps he wishes to have the foreign god manifest in the Heian period.
Yeah, maybe have her affect history from long past? Maybe?
Could that be?
But the foreign god's already manifested.
Precisely. Now that the foreign god is manifested in Olympus, they should have no further need of a vessel. Unless perhaps as a spare. No, I cannot see any way a transcendent being of that magnitude would require anything like a spare. And let's not forget, with nothing but a caster souls in the mix, the result's not exactly gonna be balanced. Like I said before, it's no easy feat to keep the magical energy source for such a massive spell stable. Even if the ritual is designed for just a single purpose. Any imbalance in the heroic spirit souls used to power it could still cause the whole spell to implode. There must be some trick we're not seeing. Unless maybe the whole thing's just some kind of twisted prank.
Could be, uh-oh. I think Doman realized we were communicating.
Huh? Ah, crap. We're losing our connection. Senpai! Perhaps Limbo finally noticed our connection. Or perhaps he wants to cut us off before we realize something he'd rather we not know. Regardless, Ritsuga, it's absolutely imperative that you stop this ritual from being completed.
Yeah, we figured as much. We're working on it.
If every heroic spirit materialized there is killed, Heian-Kyo could be subjected to a new pseudo-tree of emptiness, just like what happened in Shimusa. That would result in two concurrent and existential threats to human history. A singularity and a lost belt all in one. That's just a possibility for now, not a certainty. But either way, you watch your back out there. We'll continue trying to establish contact until we get through again. So please, keep your comms line open.
I'm gonna finish this and make it back, I promise.
Senpai! Don't worry about us, non-mash.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I really don't like the noise that gets made whenever we cut to him. Oh my. It seems like I'll be carried away. Really, Galleons, you could at least try to secure communications a little. As it is now, it only took a flick of my fingers to sever them entirely. Ah, well, in any case. What the hell are you doing, man? I think the detective explained quite enough of my plan. We do need to save some surprises for later, after all. Now then. Would you stop squelching? Master of Chaldea, my beautiful marionette. From this point forward, we'll be engaged in a contest of pure strength. Come and let us compete to see which of us can slaughter the most innocents. No! Whoa! I don't know why I went Mario.
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna argue that we're not gonna murder people, but then I realized we've actually been actively murdering people for a while, given we're destroying lost belts that have whole civilizations in them. So I mean, I guess I really can't argue with him that much. Unfortunately, he does have a point in that regard. I'll give him that. Let's sigh. Steel Diaries first half. I have no idea what they could possibly mean. Steel Diaries. Can you? I don't think so. At least I don't recall ever setting anything on my end that would do that, but maybe. But I don't think it will. All right, Mother, you gotta come out. Oh, do I have anyone even remotely close to? I don't think so. Kama's probably the closest. Oh, right. I guess I should probably mention, I had Draco hit Bond 15 last night. Don't ask where the Saint Courts went. You know, don't worry about it. you know, don't worry about that. You know, we don't need to talk about that. Yeah, I couldn't, man. I'm so deeply invested. You know, I'll put Millicene in. I'm so deeply invested into her at this, into Azumi no Isora at this point that I was like, fuck it. But yeah, wasn't the greatest idea. But well, it is what it is.
As the moon sets, the clouds part, revealing a clear sky beginning to lighten. Very nice. There's just something about her stories that really speaks to me. They make me feel like I'm a character in them myself, experiencing life in that palace. But I can't get behind using them for politics. That's just cruel of Michi. I mean, Lord Michinaga. Writers should be free to write what they want. I don't think people can really do their best work when it's just for themselves. I think that only happens when they're trying to live up to other people's hopes for them. Or others' hopes for them. And I'm sure it's no different for her either. I think she's putting everything she's got into writing more stories to make Lord Michinaga and Lady Shoshi happy. But then again, maybe I'm just overthinking it?
Probably not. There are times when that's true and times when it's not. Oh, is she? Of course she'd be one of the masters. Stories, huh?
Yep, an unfinished story. I know Karuko's journey isn't anywhere close to over, and I don't want it to end here and now. I want to make sure she's writing her best story right up to the very end. A story just for her that only she can write.
need not worry. The act of storytelling is very similar to the act of following one's dreams, finding inspiration in great poetry and weaving one's own world. She'll see it through to the end, I'm certain of it.
Really? You seem awfully well informed.
Indeed I am. My own friends were great poets with similar inclinations. Someone who's a friend to poets, but not necessarily a poet themselves. Not sure. There's another hint to that scene. Oh, it's Scheherazade, isn't it? It's gotta be. Maybe? That screams... Scheherazade. That hint isn't in the log. Oh, you're talking about the twinkling noise that happened like twice or 3 times? I'm not sure. City of Kyo, monsters, evil spirits, and Oni run rampant. Of late, such foul creatures have even been prowling even the city's main roads. Well, the noise that would play whenever the mystery probably servant started talking. Like the or whatever. Now something even stranger has been spotted walking Kyo streets at night. A great hulking beast that towers over the average person. A steel monster. Indeed, the metallic glint of the beast's body under the moon's pale rays resembled nothing so much as steel. Truly the beast with its eerily glowing red eyes made for a terrifying sight as it wandered the deserted streets. The people of Kyo cowered in fear of this beast, convinced it would devour them if given the slightest chance. Even though no remains of the beast's meals, human or otherwise, were ever found. The end. Excerpt from a diary. Okay. And there you have it. Lately there have been a number of rumors about a steel monster supposedly walking the main roads at night. Steel monster, huh? I remember seeing traditional Japanese monsters wandering around, but... yeah, I remember seeing a steel behemoth. Indeed, I too am unsure as to what this means. No citizen of Kyo has actually seen the creature themselves, yet the rumors continue to spread. Should it prove to be no more than a rumor, then we can cease our worrying. However, these rumors did begin only a few days ago, almost at the same time as the Imperial Holy Grail War. Yes, exactly. Steel, huh? So this thing's using steel to armor its entire body? If that's true, that's a hell of a thing. Steel's been used to make weapons since pretty much forever. Even back in the Age of Gods of Susanoo no Mikoto. Even now, they say the sword that was used to kill Orochi was made of steel, and it's being kept in a shrine somewhere now. But that was then, this is now. And well, I know a whole lot of things are different nowadays. I never heard of anything like that even as far south as Hakata. Which basically means there's nothing like it in all Japan, or China for that matter. I'm guessing it's probably just a monster with tougher skin than usual. We'll see about that. Probably.
I mean, it's not like we're talking about the Setsu armor here.
Eyes shining. Oh, right. Yeah, right. The Setsu armor was what made up Golden Bear, right?
Oh?
You mean Golden Huge Bear?
What's that? Oh, did I say something weird when I was talking to myself? Sorry about that. Didn't realize you were listening. I was just running my mouth, figuring you wouldn't know what I was talking about. Anyway, just forget you heard that. That was, well, it's one of the Genji's most secret secrets. I'll get in a heap of trouble if they find out, let an outsider know about it. So please, just forget I said anything.
Nah, I didn't hear anything. You didn't either, right, Danzo? No, of course not.
Right.
I neither heard nor recorded anything. Why do I feel like that's a lie? We heard you say armor of steel cannot possibly exist.
No more.
Indeed, even several hundred years from now in the Age of War when I myself lived.
Steel armor was an extremely rare sight. I've never heard of such a thing being made in Japan. The only sets that existed were imported from foreign lands. Like China? No, like the countries in the South Sea. Countries in the South Sea? Oh. So down in the south, there are actual countries out in the sea?
I suppose that's technically what my phrasing suggests, but that's not generally what is meant, no.
I was actually talking about foreign lands from much farther away. Western lands, to be exact.
It probably wouldn't help to say they're on the other side of the globe, huh?
Nope, don't get it. But wherever these places are, I guess not even Hakata trades with them.
Yeah, the world was still quite small. Actually, no, what's interesting about this, though... Maybe I don't... Like, I know obviously travel wasn't easy at all, but Japan should have known about Europe and... Or, yeah, it wasn't, yeah. Right? I would think, because if they know about China and they have trade with China, you'd think they would have heard about the other countries beyond China, you would think. Like, obviously trade wasn't even a possibility at this point in time, but do you think they would have at least heard of them? Maybe not. But I guess Kintoki is also very... I don't want to call him dumb, because he's not dumb. He just... You know, he's a country boy. he doesn't, you know, maybe he just hasn't heard of it. But like, maybe all like the port workers and whatnot might have heard tales.
Anyway, make sure you chew your rice thoroughly, Witsuka. You ain't touched your food in a while now. That ain't no way to show your appreciation to Lady Kawako's servants for going out of their way to make rice for our breakfast.
Even if they know him, Kintoki's very much just moved in from living in the... Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I guess he's not the best person to try to talk to about this, I suppose. Now go on, eat up. Make sure you savor every bite. But I guess it's also possible that there's any of the Chinese traders Japanese worked with just never mentioned anything. Or maybe even China never met. No, they definitely. Yeah, because they had trade hundreds of years earlier. Yeah, interesting. I'm surprised not. Again, I think it's probably just a quirk of Kintoki having been raised in the mountains. It has to be, because nothing else makes sense. Because there was definitely trade between China and other places by this point. At least I'm pretty sure. Now I'm questioning myself. No, there had to have been. There literally had to have been. Yeah. Nom nom nom. I'm sure. Yeah. It has to just be a Kintoki thing. That's more like it. Alright, Ritsuka, I got something to tell you. You just keep on eating while I do the talking, okay? I want to talk about what we're gonna do about the Imperial Holy Grail War. To be honest, I don't know what I should do. I got the marks in my hand, but I never got a heroic spirit of my own. After a few long days of waiting, I thought you might be my servant, but then you said you're not. Instead, you're a master who's got nothing to do with the Imperial Holy Grail War. Anyway, putting all that aside, after hearing everything your friends at Chaldean had to say, I can't help but think this Imperial Holy Grail War thing don't pass the smell test. In fact, it reached the high heaven of outright villainy. This Limbo guy, yeah? I always thought this ritual sounded pretty weird, but now I know it's this evil bastard's crazy scheme. A lot of things make sense. Your friend said to stop the ritual. Yeah. Right? Nod. And I think that's the right idea. There's no point in warriors who've sworn to protect the country competing with each other like this. Well, I guess the Imperial Palace decided otherwise, but who cares? They're morons. And anyway, there you go. I'm about to dance to some evil bastard's tune.
Lord Kintoki.
Whoa there, don't go falling for me now, you hear? I see you have a great sense of humor as well, Lord Kintoki. As I am a puppet rather than a human being, I can assure you there's no need to worry about that. Yeah, even though you've blushed before? Alright, got it. Did Lord Kintoki just avert his eyes from me a bit? I mean, you are a very good-looking woman, even if you do have obvious non-human parts sticking out.
Lord Kintoki?
Yeah?
Is there something I'm lacking? If there is, please say so.
Heroic spirits are supposed to be summoned in their prime, but I'm afraid I'm still deeply flawed. Regrettably, it seems that even in my prime, my various functions were plagued by many defects. I have thought about it a great deal, but the fact remains that my functions are still imperfect. Oh god. If I have done anything to offend you, I would ask that you please let me know. Right. Got it. Now, do you think you could maybe... Munch, munch, swallow. Donzo, I think you're turning him on. Don't forget Donzo, Kintoki is still at that innocent age. Yeah. A beautiful woman getting up in his personal space might be enough to, you know... you know.
Oh, I see.
Don't get me wrong, I think it's great how your outfit's built for mobility. But when you get too close, it's a little hard to, know where to look. Catch my drift?
I see.
Is that how it is? That's how it is. So, yeah, if you wouldn't mind giving me some space, I'd appreciate it. Haha. Oh, hey, you're all done eating, Ritsuka. Alright then. Now seems like a good time to tell you what I'm thinking. Poor Donzo doesn't realize how well her build quality is, how good her build quality is, I guess. Literally. Alright then, now seems like a good time to tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm gonna stop this Imperial Holy Grail War, and whatever this Limbo bastard's up to. So I want you to think of me as one of your trusted companions, just like the rest of your team. Thanks, Kintoki. We'll be counting on you, bud. Right on. I too am glad to have you on our team. Alright, next we gotta figure out how it is we're gonna do that, right? Well, I'm thinking the fastest way to do it is to take down that Limbo scumbag, since he's behind it all. You don't know where he is, do you? Unfortunately, no, I'm afraid not. We do think he must be somewhere in Heian-Kyo, but even that is no more than a hunch. There ain't nothing wrong with hunches. In my experience, they're right more often than not. Besides, it's not like we don't have any clues at all to go on, right? What would you say this Limbo guy's other name was? How do you forget that when you were just going on last night about how he was a schemer? Ashidomen, though not the one originally living during this time. That's it, Lord Ashidomen. He's the Onmyoji running the whole Onmyo Bureau in Lord Seimei's absence. He's about as high up as higher-ups come. Rumor even has it that the Minister of the Left's keener to listen to him than to Lord Seimei now. Danzo, I got a question for you. Yes? Would you recognize this guy if you saw him? Yes, I would. Limbo and I have our own history of sorts. Even though you only know about it via records, you don't have actual personal memories of the event, but... So I'm certain I can tell at a glance whether this Ashidomen is the original living one, from this time, or Limbo. Let's go find out which one he is. Hell yeah. Alright, next thought. We're smack in the middle of the Imperial Holy Grail War, yeah? It's this crazy huge ritual that requires every Onmyoji in the Bureau working to pull it off. Not all of those folks are gonna have to hunker down in the safest part of the city. So I'm thinking if Lord Doman's gonna be anywhere, he'll be the Imperial Palace. Back when I was gathering information, I took a look at the Imperial Palace at the end of Suzaku Avenue. Even though it's being rebuilt after a fire burned parts of it down, it is a strong temple-level bounded field better than top-rate mage workshops. In fact, it could well even be stronger than that, and I'm just not knowledgeable enough to see it. Guess we'll have to use more conventional methods to get in then. Like, fighting our way in? Yeah. The only way we're getting in there is through the front door, and with a damn good reason. Huh? I'm sure it's fine. Good morning, everyone. Oh my, I see you've all polished off your breakfast. Yeah, I'm still surprised she so easily let us in. Like, you'd think she'd find it a bit off-putting, just... Like, even if she recognized Kintoki, right? It just feels like she'd be more wary. I don't know. Would you care for another serving of rice? It wouldn't take any time at all to prepare. Hell yeah. Thanks, Lady Karuko. Eep! I'm sorry. I'm not used to hearing men speak at such volume. So then, you would like seconds, yes? And very much so from the sounds of it? Very well, coming right up. So the servers will be thrilled to know you enjoy their cooking so much. Oh yeah, seconds would be great, thanks. And while we're at it, we've got another favor to ask you too, Lady Karuko. Oh yes, by all means. Anything for honored guests. Indeed, you're all free to stay as long as you like. And if you have any special requests, I'll gladly do whatever I can to grant them. I knew the daughter of Lord Fujiwara no Tamitoki would hear us out. You proper nobles really know your manners. I'd take advantage of that generous nature of yours, but it's for the greater good. Lady Kariko, we do have a request to make of you. A big one. Beep! Keep it down, Kintoki. Stop raising your voice. Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, Lord Kintoki, what were you thinking making Lady Kariko cower in fear not only once, but twice? It's not like I was trying to scare her. Sorry about that, Lady Kariko. See, the truth is... You wish to visit the Imperial Palace? I see. Well, I'm sure you already know this is a warrior of the Genji. I feel I must remind you that the Imperial Palace is home to His Imperial Highness the Emperor. Yeah? So? Only the highest ranked officials may enter, and only for the purpose of discussing political decisions that affect all of Japan. Well, this sort of qualifies, I think. The only exceptions are those who serve the Emperor or Empress personally, such as myself, as I am one of Lady Choshi's ladies-in-waiting. One cannot simply walk in as they like. But of course, you knew that when you made your request, didn't you? Please, I'm begging you here. Oh my, Lord Kintoki! Please stop that. There's no need for you to bury your face in the floor. Dogiza! I've never seen a warrior of Lord Kintoki's caliber lower himself like this. I mean, he knows what's at stake. Please, we need your help. I promise we won't make any trouble for you. Well, I mean, not more than we're making now. Uh-huh. As long as it doesn't get back to the main Genji house, you can even use my name if you want. We just want to talk to Lord Ashiya in the palace. So please, Kariko, help us out. Lord Kintoki. Well, there may be a way. If I use your name when I ask Lord Michinaga, he may be willing to let you in. I have a tendency of finding myself in people's debt, so I don't want to owe Lord Michinaga even more. I don't want to ask you to do anything you're not comfortable with, Lady Kariko. If you can't help us, that's okay. We'll just lay low here until we come up with something else. Well, I guess we'll be making trouble for you either way, but... Yes, that's true, isn't it? Alright, I understand. I understand very well now. Then again, how many debts I owe at this point hardly matters. So I shall take care of this myself. Oh, okay. Hang on, I ain't hearing things right. Kariko just said she'd figure something out, yeah? Why the change of heart? I was a little uncertain of what to do since it was such a big request, but I'm not uncertain anymore. That's all. Right. So while I'm uncertain how helpful I can be, I'll do my best. Awesome. Thanks, Kariko. Thank you, Lady Kariko. We are in your debt. Thanks, Kariko. You're the GOAT. You're welcome. At any rate, I'll do everything in my power to get you into the palace, but I'm still not certain Lord Michinaga will allow it. So if I'm unable to make that happen, I hope you can forgive me. Oh, I don't know. I think you've got a pretty good shot. You're not just any lady-in-waiting after all. You're the Murasaki Shikibu. I'm sure the Minister of the Left remembers who you are. I mean, from what I've heard, everyone in the whole palace reads your stories. Oh, right. You're still working on the tale of Genji, aren't you? Yes, that's right. Gasp of realization. Don't tell me. You've read it, haven't you? No, wait. I'd love to know what you think. I mean, I'd really love to know what you think, but if you say anything I'm not ready to hear, I don't know what I'll... But never mind that. You need permission to enter the palace, right? Then leave it to me. I'll, do the very best I can to get you in. Murasaki. How, moe? I believe that's the term, right? Moe? It seems that authors have, various difficulties of their own. It sure looks that way. I can't even imagine what it's like for him. Of course, this is my first time meeting a storytelling genius. Writing stories is basically like looking on entire lives unfolding in completely different places and describing describing them one word at a time, yeah? That's a whole different story from just recording some noble's accomplishments or rumors about some warrior. It ain't at all like keeping a diary either. I think it was Kyoko who said writers pick and choose whatever they like from real events, rumors, journals, dreams, and so on. And then they weave all those different elements together into a single story. So you start with just words, and when you're done, you got a vision of a whole other world different from the one we live in. Man. I bet both reading and writing things like that's gotta be a ton of fun. Yeah. You're in a story right now, Kintoki, woo!
Thank you for waiting. Lord Michinaga has agreed to grant you entry into the palace tomorrow morning, though only briefly. Now come, we must leave right away.
That's great, Karako. Thanks a ton. Come on, Ritsuka. I know you're sleepy, but it's time to get going. I'll just taking a quick...
Here, Master, I've brought you a damp towel. Perhaps it will help you wake up.
Wipe, wipe, wipe. Feel more awake now. I know it's been a while since we had dinner, and you must be pretty tired. You'll just have to suck it up. Anyway, I gotta say, it was pretty smart of you to get us in right around daybreak, Karako.
I'm sorry it took so long for my messengers to obtain the necessary permissions. Still, if we take a carriage right now, we should arrive at the palace shortly before the gates open.
I'm surprised they'll let us in at that hour.
Oh well, this is actually a special exception, since this is a matter that needs to be kept quiet from the main Genji house. The Minister of the Left thought you should come when you were unlikely to see any palace outsiders.
They even added the whistle sound effect for once. Now I was thinking, Lady Karako. Of course, I expect we'll still have some waiting around to do once we get there. But hey, that means we gotta get to see Lord Doman first thing in the morning, right?
Yes, that's true.
You hear that, Ritsuka? Great, let's keep going.
Right, Master.
Never thought we'd get to ride in a carriage. Why not? Why wouldn't you? This is really something, isn't it?
Yes, very much so. Typically, carriages are only for nobility.
Normally, it would be unthinkable for a shinobi like myself to so much as set foot in one. This is so exciting. I cannot believe I got to ride in a carriage not once, but twice. Karako? Probably monsters.
Oh no, it's just well. Master, I'm detecting vicious magical energy signals outside the carriage. There are monsters afoot. But don't worry, Lord Seimei's spell should keep them away from us. We'll just have to go around them, that's all.
Too much trouble. Come on, boss. I bet seeing a little Ashigara sumo will wake you right up. Lady Karako, you and your servants can just sit back and enjoy the show too. Yeah, let a heavenly king handle this. Let's do it.
Right. Hostiles confirmed. Moving to eradicate now, Master.
These things just have to get in our way, don't they? Not knowing how truly outmatched they are.
スマートに片付けます。
And it's
さてカウンティ
Take
ング
down this old boy first.
了解。おや行くかい。切り込む。
Oh, crit. Okay, no crit.
おっと
That's fine.
浅い
Not like I wanted to crit or anything. Baka. Yeah, sure. I've only used her a couple times. May as well get some mileage out of her, so to speak. Why not? I say as I'm probably not gonna use her at all.
会場で戦いましょう。
Let's see, let's do...
お猫やった。
No, what am I doing?
どうします
That. And then to go backwards from here.
ワッツン ASM 発射走れジャレット
Maybe I should have put Gastoria in. Actually, you know what? I definitely should have. But too late now. Alright, I got a bunch of
了解どうします
Bazets.
せいせいああフィニッシュどうせ捨てるし
Let's just get him out of the way. Oh god, it's not ideal at all.
いいよゆっくりして
Frick, whoa.
仰せの
ご要
ままに
望とあらば
Not ideal at all.
悪いね。簡単なマジックさ。
Come on, Merly boy.
おっと
One of you attacked Mel. Okay. Great. Awesome. Not a single one
会
attacked
場で
Melu,
戦いましょう
but whatever.
仰せのままにお願い
She can
面
kill
白いね
this one.
蹴散らすシグナルフォーメーションオンディーヌ
Alright. And this should go just about perfectly, probably. Maybe.
この仰せのままに
OK
Go, Melu, go. Go, Melu, go.
見えたフェアリーコントロールすぐに帰るよグッドハンティングフェアリー君たちもこの名は
I
ミリ
just
リン
love the random Demon Marine and her fucking Noble
水の
Phantasm.
乙女超ダウンワロンダイト
Like,
そのあた
bitch
り
ditched Captain and decided to work for her.
おっと
いやお願い
But I mean, she's still. I think she's being launched off of the Nautilus or Stormborder. So I mean, I guess they didn't really abandon Captain. They're just
Hi.
launching their fighter
1ドラム
jets.
300発
I guess
ワッツン
something along those lines.
浅い浅い浅い
All right, Bazit's almost freaking dead. That's not
ご要望とあらば
やった
great.
悪いね
Actually, that'd be ideal. Actually, because then Castoria would come out.
ほんと使えない
So actually, that'd be perfect. But it would seem we're not getting our way there.
波乗りはそこまでよ
最高のカードを君に
All right.
仰せやった
ご要望とあらば
面白いね
Oh yeah,
接
we're
近
good.
する空も海も全部私に任せて苦手なものなんて一つもないわ
Melu's low-key kind of cracked. She might get moved up to Perma on the team. Who knows? We'll see. We shall see. She maybe has earned it. Maybe. Now we'll keep using this Merlin. This Merlin's doing good for us, so we'll keep it up. How far are you from your Bond 11 there, Ibuki? 38,000. Pretty close, pretty close. Don't ask what her Saint Court's gonna go towards. We all already know what it's gonna go towards. We don't need to talk about it. It's fine. Oh, Tsuchiguma. Wait, I thought you weren't supposed to be on the main roads. I thought you specifically were meant to not be here, Mr. Tsuchi of the Gumo variety. You sneaky spider. Ow. How rude.
了解行くかい
行きます加減が難しいのよね
Let's do boom
どうします
boom.
そういうのもありよね
Nice, perfect.
悪いね
Just what I wanted.
こうだ
Perfect.
浅い
Marvelous. Now it's just this lone warrior.
どうします OK ご要望とあらば
Who dost thou not know what he is doing? Ow. Meow. And dead.
いいんじゃない
悪いねどうだい
Not even a chance. Not even one. Damn, multiple lancers. Not ideal for Bazit at all.
完了
But we can make this. We can make this
ど
work.
うします
That's alright.
フィニッシュワンツー取った
Yes, perfect. Now, if you could actually kill Bazit, that'd be fine with me. Or I'll just do this. And I'll just put Castoria in. We won't sacrifice lives. Yet.
リラックスリラックス君に全チップをかけよう
Alright,
頼む
this
ぞ
might just
そ
one
うい
hit.
うのもありよか
Oh, pfft, yeah.
ミストルテ
Little bro didn't stand even a fucking ghost of a chance.
ザザーンザザーン夏の浜辺はいいものですね夕日がとても綺麗です
That Buster and crit up Merlin skill plus Ibuki's ability to give herself C stars is a kind of OP. Guaranteed crits. I'm amazed. We made it to the palace without having to take a single detour. That was truly an impressive performance. I still can't quite believe you defeated all those monsters so easily. Hey, it's daylight now. Let's weight off our shoulders. Man, now I'm feeling sleepy. How silly. Were you not the ones saying fighting would wake us all up? True. Is that sort of thing common around here? Yes, we do tend to see a lot of monsters in the middle of the night. Or right before dawn. Yeah, those things really prefer darkness. They almost never show their faces when the sun's out.
The only thing you gotta worry about during the daytime is Oni. That truly does sound nightmarish. I had no idea Heian-Kyo was such a dangerous place. Be that as it may, Kyo is still the most prosperous city in all of Japan. Indeed, I dare say it would be impossible for any other town to surpass... I ran out of breath, and so I started stuttering. I dare say it would be impossible for any other town to surpass its scale. Even the town of Hakata-Otsu, which serves as Japan's key port of trade with China, is still a far cry from Kyo's size. And yet, despite that, we still gotta deal with monsters. But hey, what are you gonna do? Heian-Kyo wouldn't be what it is today if it hadn't been for the great Seitai Shogun, the second Noe no Tamuramaru, and all the other warriors who fought and died to claim victory here. And of course, when you got winners, you also got losers. So what happens to the losers? Maybe they all die off. Or maybe they head out to the fields and mountains and spend the rest of their days nursing a real bad grudge. Kind that lasts for generations. When they die like that, they're probably coming back to haunt the people they see as responsible for their fate. And it wouldn't be any surprise if their grudge caused them to turn into Oni or Tsuchigumo, while they were still alive. That does sound like a really bad grudge. Yeah, I can't imagine having a grudge so bad I would transform into a spider monster. Lord Kintoki. Just kidding. If everyone that lost the war really did turn into monsters, society as we know it would have been wiped out long ago. So no, I don't think that's where all Oni and Tsuchigumo come from. Just some of them. Pfft. I wonder which side Otakamaru came down on. And whether he changed his mind after Lord Tamuramaru beat him. And then there's his wife, Lady Suzuka Gozen. Some people say she was an Oni herself. Or maybe the daughter of the Demon King, but who knows? Who indeed would know? Yep. Real mystery that. Yep. Maybe she was just a really tough warrior from a powerful family. One without any horns or flame breath or anything. Yeah. Not that we'll ever know now, of course. Yeah. Anyways, some of the losers who nursed a hell of a grudge give themselves over to darkness. And even now they threaten Kyo during the night. You got it. Here we are, everyone. We've arrived at the Imperial Palace. And if you'll excuse me... Just go spirit form. Huh? Lady Donzo is just here. Don't worry about it. I don't see her anywhere, though. Is she still in the carriage? No, she's not. That's strange. I'm thinking the less said here, the better. Probably. I could have sworn I saw her here. I even thought I heard her voice. But if you're sure, I suppose it must have been my imagination. Perhaps it's because I didn't sleep last night. Yeah, don't worry about it. Well, that certainly won't do now. I need to be clear-headed and on my best behavior here. No, not just me. That goes for all of you, too. Remember, the palace does not tolerate any rudeness whatsoever. So please, make sure you take extra care with how you, speak and conduct yourselves. We'll try. No promises, though. Is that clear? Understood. Got it. No way, I mean... Ahem. I'm aware, Lady Karuko. Rest assured, I, Ekwari Sakata Kintoki of the Genji clan, have matters well in hand. How very eloquent. Please be sure that you do. One transgression will see us all lose our heads, myself included. Yeah, that would be good. No head? Okay. All right, let us be on our way. Lord Ashidomen, the current head on Myoji. I have indeed heard rumors that he is somewhere inside the Imperial Palace. He would not usually be here this early. But
but apparently he's in the middle of performing a crucial ritual with the rest of the Omyo Bureau. So he's at the palace day and night for the time being. I do not, however, know exactly where to find him within the palace. All I can do is show you around while no one else is around. Whatever you do, please make absolutely sure you do not go anywhere near the Emperor or Lady Shoshi may be. Understood. Understood, ma'am. Good, then please continue this way. Although Lady Shoshi's father, Lord Michinaga, has taken up residence in the palace, we should not have to worry about running into him at this time of day. So please don't worry about that. Got it. Whoa there, hold up, Lady Karuko. There's someone headed this way. Whoever it is, they've got a real glamorous air about them. Could be a lady in waiting or... Well, this is, quite the coinky-dink. Oh. Well, hello there. What a surprise to see others up and about at this hour. Hi, Tamamo. What are you doing here? You're one of Lady Shoshi's ladies in waiting, aren't you? Murasaki something, wasn't it? Hey, good morning, Lady Takako. Yeah, Takako, not Tamamo. For sure. My name is Fujiwara no Karuko. I'm also known as Murasaki Shikibu. That's it. Murasaki Shikibu. I've been reading your stories for a long time now. Is that Tamamo? Shh. Yes. I'm sorry, but who might you be? Alright, where are my manners? I'm Sakata Kintoki of the Genji family. We've come to see Lord Doman about an important matter. Well, how very polite of you. I suppose this must be your first time seeing me in this form. Huh? You mean you don't remember? Come now, think back to when you first came down from that mountain in Sagami. Oh, but then again, you were so young that maybe you couldn't tell your foxes from your tanuki back then. So they're just using Tamamo as a fill-in for a random fox spirit, I'm guessing. I do beg your pardon. Not at all. We do appreciate everything you do for the city of Kyo, Lord Sakata Kintoki. As for the, young lady with the red hair, I couldn't help but notice you seem rather transfixed with me. Have we met somewhere before? If we have, I'm afraid I can't remember. I am Takako, one of the Emperor's concubines. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. That face, those ears, those tails. The pleasure's all mine. Yeah, I probably shouldn't point those things out. Oh, what is it, Ritsuka? Cat got your tongue or something? Oh, I got you. It wasn't a cat. It was the pretty noble lady. Haha, sorry about that, Lady Takako. I hope you can forgive my young friend here. I see. Yes, it's quite alright. You certainly are a straightforward one, aren't you? Hi? You there. You can see, can't you? Oh, does not everyone see the tails and ears? How strange, my illusions are perfect. No one but Lord Seimei should be able to see my tails, or the ears atop my head. Oh! No matter how gifted you may be, this should be entirely impossible. And yet you saw through my illusion like it was nothing. Are you sure we haven't met somewhere before? I mean, technically, if we're being technical about how heroic spirits work, then yes, but no, because technically heroic spirits are like what historical figures and stories were like. Yeah, it's a whole thing, but yes and no, sort of. If you and I already have a connection of some kind, that'd be a different story. Oh man, this is really hard to explain.
Oh my, I see. Then we do have a connection of sorts.
Still, it seems you aren't here for me, so you truly are here to see Lord Doman?
Well then, that's quite alright.
I'm happy to keep my nose out of your affairs. So I do hope you'll return the favor and keep my little secret. Yeah, of course!
Do we have an understanding?
Uh-huh.
Good. Then do take care, won't you? For I'm told Oni and vengeful spirits have taken prowling even within the palace walls of late.
I've taken to prowling. That's a weird thing to say. Or maybe she's being literal and it's not a threat. Maybe they literally have been getting into the palace. I guess that wouldn't be that weird.
Phew. I don't know what it is, but there was something about her that made my blood run cold. Mi Kadomaru of Ashigara. I guess this means she's more fearsome than the giant bears in Ashigara. Man, this stuff's exactly why I don't understand women.
Yeah, that's why.
Are you alright, Lady Ritsuka?
You seemed like you were discussing something very private. I've never exchanged more than a few pleasantries with Lady
Takako myself.
I don't think there's anything to worry about, for the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about either, but...
Excuse me, please?
Huh? I didn't sense his approach. How the hell did he get behind Ritsuka without me noticing?
I'm going to assume his living self was also dressed like a jester, but that'd be weird. I do beg your pardon. Oh, just Imperial Monk, not Ashida. Okay, yeah, no, this is definitely Limbo. For sure. Could I have a moment of your time, young lady? I couldn't help but notice the many impurities circling about your head. They may have something to do with your unusual manner of dress, but no matter, please remain still. Thanks!
Exorcising evil spirits, huh? And you did it so easily without even needing to light any sacred fire. Pretty clear why they say you're one of the best Omioji you've had in ages.
Okay, this is just normal Doman. There we go, that should do it. Have you run into any creatures of the night lately? Well, that won't do at all. You nearly brought the impurities with you into the palace. But that's alright, now that I've exorcised them, we have nothing to worry about. Ashia Doman? Yes, it's me.
Oh my goodness, I'm so terribly sorry. Though I have been fortunate enough to study under Lord Seimei, I had no idea some residual anger from the monstrosities that roam Kyo at night was still clinging to you. I do hope you can forgive me, Lady Ritsuka. It's fine. Then you mean?
Did you just help me? Yeah, maybe living Doman's not so bad. It is good to see you again, Lady Karuko. I mean, Lady Murasaki Shikibu. And you, Lord Sakata Kitoki. As for you, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Indeed, my name is Ashia Doman. I am but a humble Onmyoji. With the great Lord Abe no Seimei absent, I, along with all the capable Onmyoji at the Onmyoji Bureau, have been attempting to fill his shoes. As it is my task to protect the Imperial Palace, albeit in a manner wholly separate from our valiant warriors. I was duty-bound to do something about the impurities that are clinging to you, however minor. I'm Ritsuka. Goodness me, it seems you're not overly fond of me. Perhaps I shouldn't have been so hasty in stepping in to exercise you. I'm afraid I don't understand why it is you're so wary of me. But it's quite alright. I am but a humble onmyoji after all. I am well aware that Lord Abinoseme has the love of the people in a way I never will. Indeed, the public seems to view me as something of a villain. So do not worry, I'm accustomed to such dislike. I mean, assuming you're not the alter ego servant, then, you know, we don't really have beef with you. But, it's not about public opinion. Who? Then may I ask how you already know about me? Surely you can't have heard anything from the missing Lord Seimei.
Danzo. I've been doing my best to let him blab on without cutting him off, but I can't wait anymore. Is this the bastard you guys were telling me about? Is this our limbo guy right here? Right. Master, Lord Kintoki, forgive me for remaining hidden while I speak. This man here does indeed look exactly like Limbo. Uh-huh. However, I cannot sense any of Limbo's unmistakable malice from him. Okay, so this is the, unless he's really good at hiding it, and is a really good actor, I think this is just normal Doman. In fact, I sense nothing evil about him at all. Or living Doman, that is. It's almost as if the very type of magical energy he uses is completely different from Limbo. Interesting. Why would the heroic spirit version use different... I mean, he is an alter ego, so he's probably mixed in with something else. Yeah, why I had obviously he is. I had, you know, for some reason that never occurred to me. Like Rasputin's using Kirei's body, Muramasa is using Shiro's body. Of course someone would be using Doman's body. I don't know why I hadn't thought about it. Like, of course he's not actually Doman, or not entirely anyway. Maybe. Yeah, that would make sense. I just, for some reason, I just assumed Doman was Doman and was evil because of being summoned by the foreign god, but it would make sense if that's not the case. I mean, as we've seen with Muramasa, he would still work with the foreign god even if he wasn't mixed in with something else, but... Well, I mean, again, Muramasa is... You know what I mean. That's so. Then this guy in Limbo must be different people. This is great, Danzo. Just showing that's a big help, or just knowing that's a big help.
Lord Kintoki? Do I perhaps have something on my face?
Nah, you don't. We just wanted to see you to check up on something, and we have. We're all good now. If my friend there can't seem to stop shuddering, well, probably because she's never met no Myoji before. Can't blame her, really, since she's from real far away.
Oh, I see. Do you mean like Sagami or somewhere thereabouts?
Something like that.
Quite a bit farther. But yeah.
What's all this commotion?
This is weird. We were hoping not to run into you. Where do you think you are, Doman? Have you forgotten that you stand in the Emperor's palace?
Lord Michinaga.
Oh, Karuko, it's you. And you're Kaidomaru of the Genji clan. I don't recognize you. Who are you?
I'm Ritsuka.
Just a wanderer. We're an aide to Mr. Kintoki here, Lord Kintoki. Yep. That's the cover story we'll go with. Something like that. Definitely not a suspicious individual at all. The palace played host to unusual guests today. The palace is the highest political institution in all of Japan, where the Emperor himself resides. Not even warriors of the acclaimed Genji clan or those who serve Lord Michinaga himself could easily gain entry. And yet, in spite of all that, this young warrior and his companions said they wished to visit. Their reason? To meet with Lord Ashiedomen, the Onmyoji currently serving in Lord Abe no Seimei's stead. Along with this man who has always seemed vaguely unsettling to me despite his soft demeanor. Fortunately, the young warriors were successful. Their business now concluded, I thought they would turn around and leave right away. But as luck would have it, it was then that none other than Lord Michinaga, the Minister of the Left, and the Emperor's father-in-law, should appear. I was so shocked I feared my heart might try to leap out of my mouth. The end. Excerpt from a diary. I'm glad to see you in good health, Lord Minister of the Left. This young woman here is my apprentice. I expect she'll one day be the equal to even the four heavenly kings. I'm responsible for bringing her here, so I beg you please be lenient with her.
Lord Michinaga. These are the two visitors I told you about the other.
Silence, Karuko. I'm speaking with Kaidomaru right now.
Yes, Lord Michinaga. Forgive me.
Now, you there, girl. Let me take a look at you.
Hi. How you doing?
Oh. How odd, it seems you're truly unafraid. Even in the presence of the Minister of the Left. I see, so you're one of the Genji's up-and-coming warriors. Kaidomaru never mentioned that. If you'd shown the slightest sign of fear, I would have declared you an interloper and lopped your head off where you stand. Oh! Good thing we didn't then! But it seems you're made of stern stuff indeed. Have you perhaps encountered a great malicious spirit before?
You can see, yeah, a few.
If you have, yet retain your sanity. That would mean you must be of a kind with Raiko and Kaidomaru there. Wouldn't you agree, Kaidomaru? I would. Well, such monstrous bloodlines have no place in nobility. They can be quite useful in warriors, as Mitsunaka has demonstrated. You may raise your head, warrior of Ashigara. I will not reproach you for this transgression. Thank you, Lord. Now, why have you done it? You said you had a reason for this. Very well. Tell me what it is. Yes, sir. Oh boy. Now what do I do? Just bad luck to run into the Minister of the Left like this. And in front of Lord Doman, no less. So what do I do? If I mess up here, all our heads will roll for sure. Well, Sakata Kintaki, this will be a good challenge in its own right. Alright, how to steel myself. I'm just gonna have to make him understand what's at stake. Kaidomaru? I know you're not a freaking visitor to the palace, and especially not this early hour. I also heard from Karuko that you wished for an audience with this Onmyoji. Why is that? Tell me why you've done this, Kaidomaru. It's the Imperial Holy Grail War. All those claims about the Imperial Holy Grail War bringing Kyo 1,000 years of peace. Oh god. You're not gonna act, dude. Kintoki. Oh my. I do not agree with what you're about to do. Please don't say that it's bullshit to their face. Please. All this claims about the Imperial Holy Grail War bringing Kyo 1,000 years of peace are a pack of lies. Oh? The Imperial Holy Grail War's true aims are pure malice. We believe it's all a villain's scheme, and that it will lead to a great uprising that threatens the peace of the entire city of Kyo. So please, Lord Minister of the Left, we beg ye, please reconsider going ahead with the Imperial Holy Grail War. A villain's scheme? But Lord Seimei himself detailed the workings of this ritual in the letter he sent. A villain's scheme that will lead to a great uprising, hmm? Of all the things I thought you might say. Have you forgotten, Kaidomaru? This contest was Seimei's own proposal? I can understand how an innocent youth of the mountains to the east may not fully grasp the weight of the words of the greatest Onmyoji of our time hold. But that is no excuse not to think before you speak. Remember, Kyo is already beset by constant threats to its peace. Well, it would be easy to dismiss this Imperial Holy Grail War as something not to be trusted. If true, the 1,000 years of peace we stand to gain in exchange for the lives of a few foreign sorcerers is the most worthy prize. And if it should prove to be false, then we shall be no worse off than we are now.
Are you sure about that? Like, are you positive about that? Because I think it could get a lot worse, actually. But hey, well, you're the minister of the left, so I mean, what do I know?
Am I wrong, Kaidomaru? But Lord Minister of the Left, I'm told that we only know about this ritual from... Ah, the hell with it. Come on, Minister, how do we even know this letter even came from Lord Seimei? For all we know, it could just as easily be a fake. Don't you see how damn fishy all this is? Come on, Minister. This has gotta be some kind of villain's plan.
Lord Kinduki, stop, please! You mustn't speak to Lord Michinaga in such a coarse manner.
Sorry about that. I mean, forgive me, Lord Minister of the Left. But I meant every word I said. Please, at least believe me about that. You have certainly never been this insistent about anything before, Kaidomaru. I can also see you're by no means an experienced liar. You say a villain's behind this. Tell me more. Well, what do you know? You're a lot more maybe don't say that part out loud. You're a lot more reasonable than I thought, Michinaga.
This Lord Kinduki!
A man called Limbo. Who? I'm positive he's the one behind the Imperial Holy Grail War. Go on. So you believe this to be the scheme of a villain from another world, do you? Fascinating. Indeed, we do know there are worlds beyond Japan and China, as evidenced by the different casters from distant lands we've already seen. And it does stand to reason not every person from these other worlds would be kind and pure of heart. So I can see the logic behind your claims. However, everything about the letter we received, from the crest on its seal to the strokes in its writing, matches Seimei's other letters. Isn't that right, Doman? Yes, Lord Minister, I'm certain of it.
I don't know if I can believe you, though.
I still don't trust that Doman guy, but if Donzo says it ain't him, I'll just have to trust that it ain't.
Doesn't necessarily mean he can't be working with his servant counterpart. You know, just saying.
Besides, accusing him of being Limbo now won't get us anywhere.
Is something wrong? It's nothing. You slimy bastard.
Furthermore, you have no evidence to verify your claims. It is one thing to make claims about this Limbo person being behind it all, but as of now, we have only your word. And we cannot hold the Imperial Holy Grail War on your word alone.
No, that's fair.
Like, as of right now, as far as they're concerned, it is a completely baseless claim. So, I can't blame him. Damn it, I should have seen that coming. Of course, that's how this was gonna go when we had no plan for things to go like they have. Right now, the only proof we got is Ritsuka and the rest of the Chaldeans' word. I believe him. I'm already totally on board. But of course, Lord Michinaga isn't gonna go for it. Especially when he doesn't have the same bad feeling about all this that I got. So now what do we do? However, I am a reasonable man. If you claim that the Imperial Holy Grail War is in fact a wicked scheme that must be stopped, then bring me proof. Huh? Michinaga. Watch your tongue, Kaidomaru. Now, as I was saying, you may either bring me proof that this is all some wicked scheme, or if all the masters remaining in the Imperial Holy Grail War were to refuse to compete, that would effectively halt the ritual as well. Lord Michinaga, that would... Am I wrong? No, it would indeed be impossible to complete the ritual if the masters refused to participate. As I thought. And those are not the only ways. If the Genji clan, the protectors of our city, were to determine that the Imperial Holy Grail War is indeed evil, I would certainly be willing to believe them. There are few tasks more important than protecting the city where the Emperor resides. So if the clan charged with that task were to abandon this ritual in favor of protecting the city, I would certainly have no grounds to object. How does that sound? Hey, yeah. You really are a reasonable guy, Michinaga. This aura. Hey, Suna! Somebody! Wanami no Suna, hey, how you doing? Long time no see! What's good? What's good, my brother? Brother Suna? I overheard your discussion. My apologies. I never thought we would both ask to enter the palace, Kintoki, let alone do so at the same time. Unfortunately for him, Lord Minister of the Left, your proposal will not be possible. I am both a master in the Imperial Holy Grail War and a member of the Genji clan, which means neither of your conditions can be met. For I am devoted to seeing the Imperial Holy Grail War through to completion. I'm going to assume you didn't hear all of it. Because if you heard all of it, I would at least like to think you're reasonable enough to at least stop and think about it. I would hope. Ah, if it isn't Suna, the warrior of Genji entrusted with the prize Hikikiri. Nah, it seems as though you have your work cut out for you, Kintoki. Suna. Kintoki. I told you I'd have you show me your left hand the next time we met. Did you now? If you were not in the Imperial Palace right now, Equerry, I would take a look right now and cut you down where you stand. However, it seems the terrain advantage lies with you now. So you've made me go back on my word. It would seem that here at least you're the superior fighter. Well, thanks. That's awful nice of you. Karuko's like, oh god, why? Both of you cut it out right now! Right meow! Oh, brave and powerful Genji warriors, please. Please no further. This is the Imperial Palace. You simply cannot fight here. I beg of you, do stay your blades. I don't know, you were smiling when they were having their dick measuring contest, so I don't know if I trust your supposed mediation there currently. I don't know if I believe that one bit. Or trust it at all, really. I don't know. Yeah, it's fishy. A fishy fish. So there we have it. We might not be any closer to finding Limbo, but at least now we know he and Lord Doman are different people. And the Minister of the Left even gave us a chance to stop the whole Imperial Grail War. I'd say we got luckier than we could have hoped for. All we gotta do is either get the Genji clan or the other masters to wash their hands of it. So, what's the next move? Well, Lord Watanabe no Suna does pose a major threat.
If we put him aside for now, I believe our best option would be to find the 3 remaining pairs of masters or servants. Unless it would be easier to convince the majority of the Genji clan to denounce the Imperial Holy Grail War instead. Nah, you're right. Boss Raiko ain't gonna be much help right now, so sorry about that. Then let's start talking to people and see what we can find out. Yeah, maybe people have heard of other people who have, like, red marks on our hands wandering around. I don't know. It's possible. Right on. In all honesty, Michinoku laid out far from the most impossible. Yeah, he was reasonable, all things considered. Like, again, he had no reason to believe us, aside from taking us at our word, which is a bit flimsy. But he also gave reasonable suggestions as to how we would go about things. So, yeah, can't really hate on him. Gotcha, man. You don't waste a second, do you? I like it. You almost remind me of the Imperial officers. You used to poking around unfamiliar places or something, Ritsuka? Oh, you could say that. Then I have to make sure I don't fall behind. I wouldn't say I'm used to it exactly. Just doing what has to be done. You got that right. Okay then, let's go see what the hot gossip is. The city is so much livelier now than it was at night. The difference is truly, well, night and day. I suppose I should have expected as much. No, truly, this is what it should be like all the time. Pretty much. Come to think of it, you two still haven't seen what it's like during the day, huh? Guess that makes sense since we had to stay inside Kariko's house all day yesterday. Hey, it's Kintoki. I knew it was you. Hi, Kintoki. Yeah, I can see him being popular with the elderly and the children. Like, yeah, he gives off that vibe of being very popular. Yeah. Have you grown even bigger since I last saw you? Tell me, does the leader of the Genji know you're going around town with a couple of lovely ladies? Here, Kintoki. Oh, not even the elderly and the children, even the young women. I guess he's just popular in general. Here, Kintoki. Unless she's much older than her sprite makes it seem. Which is possible. Here, Kintoki. Have some mochi. Don't worry, it's my treat. Oh, hey. This is great. We don't even have to go around looking for people to talk to. They're coming to us. That'll save us some time. Hey, everyone. You heard about anything weird happening lately? Oh, we're talking about nighttime or daytime. Better be day, what with all the monsters who come out at night. We haven't seen the Tengu much lately. The only weird thing I can think of is that Oni, the one from out Oe. Oh, what, her? She's no big deal. The Genji are around to handle exactly that kind of thing. Me, I'm more worried about the Tsuchigumo. I heard they've been showing up around Sai Road at night lately. At night? I'm so surprised. At nighttime they show up around Suzaku Avenue too. What? No they don't. Come on, Kaido, tell them I'm right. Oh, well, I'm not sure. Oh, no you don't. The only sorts of Tsuchigumo a Genji warrior needs to worry about are the big ones. It's the officer's job to handle the monsters that wander around Kyo at night, right? Thanks for saying so. We don't usually divide the work up that neat and tidy, but yeah, it's basically right. Oh, Kintoki. What about the steel monster? Eh? Isn't that the giant monster that walks around at night? Steel monster, a great hulking beast that wanders the streets of Kyo at night, and that towers over the average person. That's it. You know the Inari Shrine down the road from the place, from the palace? Well, my big sister said she saw it slipping out from the ground stair. So there are monsters out there that not even the great virtues of Inari can do anything about? Yikes, that's scary. Oh, you mean the shrine where they keep the Inari palanquin? Yeah, I think I've heard that one too. My cousin has a daughter who lives up near Nishibojo, Alley. And she said a big steel monster shows up around midnight, making weird creaking noises.
So how long has the steel monster been showing up? Has it always been around, or is this more of a recent thing?
I'm not sure. I think I heard about it yesterday, or maybe the day before. My sister said she saw it yesterday. Master.
You'd better look into it.
Yes, Master.
Let's go check it out. Danzo, let Karako know we'll be coming back late, will ya?
Understood.
Okay, so you're just bringing us along and not the one that can actually fight alongside you? That seems like a interesting plan. Oh boy. Castrin looks like a saber. Yeah. Damn it, Suna, leave us alone, man! We're just trying to figure out what the hell going on. Why you gotta accost us like this? What did we do? Aside from, you know, him being a master, probably, but you don't know that for sure yet. But
Alright, it's nighttime now. So far there ain't been anything weird. Man, it's been forever since I had company at a stakeout.
now I feel like a detective in a cop show. He's gonna be like, what? I guess you're used to this sort of thing, huh, Kintoki?
Not as much as an actual officer. Catching thieves and looking for people is usually their thing. Our job's to deal with the Oni trying to take over Kyo and take out monsters like the Great Tsushigumo. We also exercise ghosts that show up in temples or noble houses, take care of any stragglers who crop up from the rebellion in eastern Japan. Things like that, basically. But every now and then, we get jobs that involve taking a page from the officer's book like this. Jobs that involve laying low, hiding out, and investigating the truth behind a rumor or mystery. Though it's all a pain in the ass, and there's just so many people out in the city. And any place with a lot of people seems like it always has more than its share of trouble.
I take it you don't much care for crowded places?
Can't say I do, no. Did I mention I grew up on a mountain?
Yeah, may have been brought up once or twice.
It was Mount Ashigara way off into the east in a place called Isagami. And of course, there weren't any other people around. Only other things there were beasts and more beasts. On the occasional Oni. So I never saw this kind of thing back up on the mountain. There weren't any kids running around laughing, or mothers cooking, or men working. And like I said, there weren't any other people at all up there.
Then who birthed you? Where were your parents?
So now that I live in the city, and I see that sort of thing all the time, now I've really come to love them. Not sure I'll ever really feel at home in the city, and I'm not big on crowds. I still love those people anyway. I mean, I guess I like the way the beasts up in the mountain went about living their lives doing whatever they felt like too. But even though it's real similar, it ain't quite the same thing, is it? I guess the best way I can put it is they're different, but they're also not.
I think I know what you mean.
I'm back, Master. As you wished, I informed Lady Karako that we would be returning late this evening. Great, thanks, Danzo. Oh, so on my way here, I ran a quick scan of the Inari shrine grounds and the surrounding area,
And discovered a small shrine over by the tall grass that leads directly to a natural cavern.
Nice. That's really, oh, golden! Right, Ritsuka?
Foul play along.
Golden! Hell yeah! So there's an underground cave out here in Inari Shrine, huh? You're right. Does look like it was naturally formed. I wonder how far back it goes.
You know, Obviously, it's not the same place, but well, it's funny. Seeing this cave again for the like 1000th time. Like, this is where we got our guts dragged out by Shuten Doji and Shima Usa. This is where we fought a bunch of Christopher Columbuses in Summer 6. Like, bruh. The same cave all the goddamn time. You're right. It does look like it was naturally formed. I wonder how far back it goes. Yeah, probably ain't that deep, so I'm not feeling much in the way of wind, but... Huh, what do you know? I'm usually pretty dense when it comes to these sorts of things. But even I can tell there's something unusual here. Indeed. My sensors are detecting the same thing. This cavern may not be very deep, but it is located right on top of a ley line rich in magical energy. The perfect place for a, mage workshop or a caster workshop, huh? Right on top of a ley line, huh? I don't know anything about magical energy, but I can tell there's something ominous about this place. Perfect for a monster's nest, or for an Onmyoji's sacred fire. So does that mean this is a good place, or a bad one? If Lady Mash were here, she could put down a summoning circle. But never mind that now. The important thing is, this cave would be a tremendous asset to any participant in the Holy Grail War. It would be an invaluable source of magical energy for Master and Heroic Spirit alike, and for the Imperial Holy Grail War, it would be a key strategic point for any caster. So that means... Huh. Looks like we hit the jackpot on the first try. There's something in here. Could be monsters, or Oni, or Tsuchigumo. Hell, maybe it's even another visitor from a different world. Magical energy signals detected up ahead. Measuring energy levels now. Whatever they are, they're not servants. Are you sure about that? Well, I guess we know, who one of the casters are. I don't know why Steel Monster didn't make me think of Babbage. I guess just because we never see him, like, ever, so he just slips from my mind. He did not come to mind when I was trying to think of casters who might have been in this. Aha. So these things are the Steel Monsters those people were talking about. If Helter Skelters are here, does that mean... Interesting. These things really are made of solid steel. They may look like it, but they ain't sets of armor. We haven't heard of names, so they aren't masters. So I guess that means we gotta sell some casters. No, they themselves are not casters. I suspect they're familiars. Or perhaps clones. Here they come. Okay, well, we weren't assaulted by Suna like I thought we would. I saw a saber and I was like, oh, must be Suna attacking us again. But apparently not. Which, you know, is ideal. Interesting. So Babbage didn't get summoned properly? Or something of the sort. But he was able to summon his Helter Skelters, or create his Helter Skelters normally, so that's odd. Also, I hate how loud the sound effects for hitting him are. Like, bro. Those sound effects are so goddamn loud. Like, listen to this. Like, bro, why is it so loud? Like, that's unnecessarily loud.
決着の時だ。
Gonna blow out my eardrums. I assume this will probably end if we kill him.
望む
I'm
了解
hoping
どうしま
is the
す
case. Hopefully we don't need to
アンサー
take out all of them, but I feel like we maybe will.
せいふん取った切り札はこちらが先だ
Alright, one more. Oh, wait, no, he won't attack again, right? Because these guys are in the way.
フラダ
These little shits. Alright. And
任せて OK
Dunzo!
いくよ
Absolutely fucking destroyed my...
ワッツ
Oh no, it doesn't end. Okay, no, we have to take out all of them. Okay. My bet, my B. I thought it would end after we killed him. Okay, yeah, Bazit, with him gone, you are a detriment. As much as I hate to say it, it's true. Yeah, just to be safe.
的確かけオーケストラ
Probably would have been fine without the, yeah.
芸術とは輝くものさ
But you can never be too certain. That's how you get mortared. In the face. In the face hole.
お呼びですか待ちわびていましたミストルティ行くよ雨のように
Crit? Nice.
いった
With any luck, the rest will all be the little bronze guys, but... when do we ever get that kind of
待ちわ
luck?
びていました
Never. That's when. Not ever, or ever, or ever, or ever. Damn, would you chill? Alright, y'all are getting beautiful journeyed.
発進準備完了だ待ちわびていましたどんな嵐であろうともどんな未来が待とうともこれを突破するのが私たちの課題なのさボンビアージョまた会おう諸君
Yeah.
オーケストラ目を引きましょう
Alright, mister. You're the last one left. And you know, I feel a little,
いい出来です
a little bit
地域の
wrathful.
技そういうのかい
So you're getting noble phantasm, even though it's completely unnecessary?
最果ての幼いあなたへあなたを信じ
You
て
really don't deserve
あな
this,
たを
but
投げて今も私は走っています
you got
胸
the
に
shit
宿る
end of the
星の
stick.
鼓動ホープビル・キャメロット
I'm sorry.
おやすみよくお眠り
Poor thing. Poor little guy. But he shouldn't have gotten in our way, you know? His own fault. It stopped. That was weirdly easy. Were those things illusions or something? No. I believe they were either familiars or clones, as I originally suspected. So they were Shikigami, huh? Kinda. Something like that. This cavern may not lie right on the intersection between all the city's ley lines, but it's still abundant in dense magical energy. It would be a tremendous asset for a caster. It would also be the perfect nest for certain types of monsters. I expect the caster who discovered this cave likely placed those things here to ward off unwelcome creatures.
Gotcha. Those things weren't nearly enough to take down a master, so it makes a lot of sense if they were being used for pest control instead.
Those were helter-skelters.
Yes. Oh yeah, you said that before too. What are those?
I'm guessing they're Charles Babbage's familiars.
Babbage? Now that's a foreign name if I've ever heard one. What's he like? Where's he from? Is he one of your allies from Chaldea?
Well, he is in Chaldea, yes, but the one that's here isn't gonna know us.
Or is he a caster from a foreign land like I'm guessing?
I'm not entirely sure how to describe him, but you may think of him as a caster. However, even if he is the same heroic spirit we know, he would be a completely different person now that he's been summoned to this time and place.
Huh?
My apologies. Charles Babbage is indeed a caster. He is a heroic spirit who made a mark on humanity in the distant past. Well, considering our current time period, I suppose it would be the distant future. And we do indeed know his name and what he looks like at Chaldea.
Huh, okay.
He's a genius mathematician who invented the difference engine.
Difference engine? What's that?
Basically, he's a heroic spirit who dreamed of a different world. Oh, Babbage says. Oh, the noise we heard during that scene was the hissing of his. Okay. Like, alright, okay, I see. He's a heroic spirit who dreamed of a different world.
A different world.
The difference engine would later be developed further into the analytical engine. I would like to. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm told it was a landmark invention that enabled people to perform calculations well beyond human capability, which in turn led to great. Tongue, please function. Which in turn led to great cultural developments. Lord Babbage hoped to use it to bring about a new chapter in human history. But that dream never came to pass.
Huh, okay.
A cruel twist of fate prevented Lord Babbage from completing the difference engine in his lifetime. But inspired by his ideas, humanity would go on to create devices of equal capability, which they then used to achieve other incredible things. Now the Lord Babbage who has materialized as a heroic spirit dreams of another historical timeline. A hypothetical world where he succeeded at completing the difference engine. Alternatively, it may be that Lord Babbage is able to see the pruning theoretical phenomenon. And we've not thought to talk to our Babbage about this? Like, hello? What? Okay.
The pruning theoretical phenomenon. Oh, right. The pruning theoretical phenomenon. I remember now. I think you mentioned that when you guys were telling me your story. Let's see, I think the pruning theoretical phenomenon means futures that could have happened if circumstances were different.
Yeah, pretty much.
I knew it.
As long as human history remains human history, there will always be tomorrows that can never become today. Thus, it is the fate of humanity that all tomorrows, which will never be part of the chronicle theoretical phenomenon, will be pruned away.
Gotcha. Well, not really. But basically, you're saying this guy was inscribed in humanity for doing something he never actually managed to do. And now he gets summoned to time periods different from his own, while still dreaming his old dreams, right?
Yeah, kinda, yeah. That's one of the saddest things I've heard in a long time. Yeah, it is kind of sad. Like, you're basically a failure compared to other heroic spirits. But I mean, is it really failure if you inspired others to take up your work and complete it? And I wouldn't really call that failure. I feel like failure was a bit harsh. Not really failure. Just probably, depending on your personality, it was rather unfulfilling. Oh, two.
優れたマスターには幸運がついて回ると言います。
Yeah.
いらっしゃい
Might feel like a
マスター君。
personal
カタ
failure
ログはこっちだよ。
depending on the heroic spirit's personality, I guess.
概念霊層の
Which
中
for
には
him, it probably felt like failure given his... Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, I had wanted to get through 3 sections today, but we're at 3 hours just about, a couple minutes off, and we only got through 2. But I gotta stop there. Yeah, we're not in a horrible spot. I do think that the living Domin, though, is probably working with Liz Limbo servant counterpart. Because the way he grinned when it looked like Kintoki and Suna were about to go at it, well, I don't know, that was suspicious. I don't know. Or maybe he was just grinning at the fact that 2 warriors were in a metaphorical dick measuring contest. I'm not sure. But we'll see. It'd be something if he did end up helping us. But I'm still leaning towards him helping his servant self. But he's free to prove me wrong. And yeah, I have to imagine Kintoki having command spells and being a master isn't gonna... I feel like he's probably gonna end up summoning a servant eventually. There's no way it will end with that not coming to fruition. Like, there's no way it's just like, oh hey, I'm technically a master because I have command spells, and then they just not do anything with it. That would be silly. That would be very unsatisfying. We didn't get the story. Yeah, I only like glanced at it a couple times. I didn't get to read the whole thing. Let me scroll back. Let's see. Okay. Alright, let's see. There's an episode in Seishungan's life where she receives a letter from her lover, so I'm not sure what the relationship was at the time. Tadanobu. The letter had a few lines. With you it is flower time as you sit in the council hall beneath this chart of brocade. They also had a question: how does the stanza end? Seishungan recognized the lines as a fragment of Baijui's poem, Baiji being a Chinese poet and government official lived a couple of centuries before that. Being pressed by the messenger for a quick reply, she wrote down this: who would come to visit this grass-thatched hut of mine? As it turned out, Tadanobu was hanging out with some guys, and somehow they decided to challenge Seishungan's wit. Her reply impressed them very much. Not only did her use of grass-thatched hut, Kusuno Iori, demonstrate that she knew and recognized Baijui's poem, she also adapted it into a subtle flirtatious invitation for Tadanobu to visit her. Well, I can't fully appreciate what's impressive here. The stuff that running this poem will retain the original's representation. Of the distance and difference between the environments of the court and dwelling of someone who chooses to live apart from it. The court guys definitely liked the answer very much. They all had those lines, Kusunoyori, Watarika Tazunen, written on their own fans. The above told story is what I was referencing to them. They got people I was trying to meme. I'm failing to see how that would have. Like, I get they were impressed by her reply, but I don't see why that would have inspired them to put it on their fans and have them. That's. Yeah, it's probably just something where I'm failing to appreciate what. I don't know, humor back then must have been just something I can't appreciate, because I don't get how that would have inspired that, but. Oh. Kind of in-joke for the social circle? Nah, yeah, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. So I guess Murasaki would have been familiar with that story. And so when she heard that was a message from Kusunoyori, she was like, ah. Makes sense. But yeah, I'm hoping. I don't know. No, I feel like we'll probably be able to convince Suna to work with us. Like he had like. I feel like he'll listen to reason if we give proof. Or maybe he'll see something with his own eye. I can't imagine the game will force us to treat him as an enemy the entire time. But with him being one of the 4 Heavenly Kings, I just don't see it being the case. Speaking of, I'm surprised they haven't added the other 2 of the 4 Heavenly Kings to FGO yet. Like, they've been mentioned here. Maybe they're just unimpressive compared to... I mean, I don't know anything about them, so maybe I'm bullshitting, but maybe they're just unimpressive compared to Suna and Kintoki? I don't know, but it's interesting with how gung-ho they seem about adding, like, Japanese heroes and mythological figures and whatnot. Or just figures in general. Historical or mythological. I'm surprised they haven't gotten the full crew in yet. Pretty sure they'll eventually add them. Yeah, probably. It just seems strange just taking this long. Maybe they just don't want to add them all at once or too close together. If I recall, one of the other guys' main story is just finding Kitaki in the mountain and bringing him to the Capilla, or capital. Yeah, I guess if you don't have much written about you other than that, I guess it'd be hard to justify you getting sent to the Throne of Heroes. I suppose. Even then he must be strong. If he was chosen to be a master in this Imperial Holy Grail War, and the fact that he was part of the Four Heavenly Kings, like, it's gotta be... But yeah, I guess it'd be hard to work with if there isn't much. I mean, there's other heroes in FGO that don't actually have that much written about them, like not much impressive stuff. So yeah, they'll probably show up eventually, maybe. Probably. Took a while for the Shinsengumi to see all of them as well. Well, JP for now at least. Yeah. The only Shinsengumi member left that's not in NA yet is the Avenger, right? I remember seeing an Avenger Shinsengumi. I think. I don't remember what his name was. And oh, I didn't even know. I just know about the Avenger one because I looked up all the Avengers that were in FGO. Because I wanted to see how many were, like, not joke servants, but like alternate forms, I guess. And there was more like Summer and other whatnot. Just alternate forms than ideal. I don't know. Avenger is the one class where I'm like, I kind of wish there weren't, but I guess I don't know. It's tough because they need to fill out the Avenger class because there's not that many of them, but I feel like Avenger is the one class where it feels weird having like a swimsuit servant. I don't know, man. Maybe that's just me. 3 Shinsengumi all added in the same one event. Welfare, 4-star and 5-star for the event. And that's next year, right? Yeah, because there's no Guda Guda this year. So yeah, next year, right? The whole extra class is nationwide, yeah. I don't know, I just... Avenger... I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel like Avenger should be, like, the serious class. Which, I mean, I guess to be fair... I say Avenger, swimsuit, is still technically her just in a swimsuit. Well, I mean, I guess it's the case for everyone, but I don't know. I don't know what it is about the Avenger class where I hate the idea of swimsuit servants being part of it. I just do. With Kama being the exception, because Kama is love and Kama is life. But I don't know. Yeah. It's just one of those random feelings I have about the game. But speaking of Avengers, I'm surprised. Let's say I'm surprised there hasn't been like an Avenger Artoria yet. But I guess how would you justify an Avenger Artoria? I feel like you could easily make a Salter Avenger variant. Maybe, but I don't know. That could probably work. But anyway. May take the alter version of her and turn it to 11 on pure violence. Yeah, like she's trying to avenge. Like, I feel like if they went that route, it'd have to be like, they'd make it to where she really hates Mordred, right? I feel like that's the route they'd have to take it. Like, she's already... they already have a strained relationship in FGO. I assume. I actually haven't seen any events or interactions between them, so I have no idea. Well, I mean, I've seen obviously her interacting with Lance Artoria in Camo, but that was more Goddess Strongominiad than Artoria, really. And then Lancer Alter Artoria in London, again, doesn't yeah, that doesn't really count either. So I think you guys have said that they don't really get along that well in Chaldea, but I have no idea. Anyway, I think an Avenger version of her would have to like really hate Mordred, like heavily. I don't think Artoria and Mordred interact outside of the first summer, really. They should avoid each other. Which honestly makes sense. They probably have a lot of conflicting feelings. Like you know, yeah, I guess that makes sense. They would just try to avoid each other. Oh. Anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling. It is getting warm. I can't wait for when it gets into like mid to late fall when it starts cooling off again. Oh. But for now, these fairly early, short. I mean, over 3 hours. Not really short, but a lot of the times short streams will hopefully disappear when it gets cooler. But for now, that'll do it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, probably day after tomorrow we'll continue and finish the Steel Diaries. Peace. Oh, wait. Considering how Merlin framed the coming fall of Britain as inevitable to her, I think an Avenger Artoria would rage against the world that demanded it rather than individuals. Yeah. I don't know. It could also just be misplaced anger. Because, like, yeah, it was foretold, but as inevitable, but Mordred was the, like, catalyst of the inevitability happening. I don't know. I don't know. Hard to say, but yeah. Peace.